Apocalypse, I have an infinite supermarket full of supplies. This video is purely for entertainment and does not infringe on copyrights or laws. The rights to the novel and image belong to the original author. We do not claim ownership. Don't like waiting and want to listen to this fanfic in full now? Subscribe to our Patreon, where you'll find the best fanfics. Chapter 176 Being a Lemon. He didn't realize it until his men told him after he left the house. It was so embarrassing. He gave them potatoes, and they treated him like this. Oh, I'm so sorry. Brother Chen, you have helped us so much, but we can't even afford a meal. I feel so sad. I'm so ashamed. Lin Muxue was affectionate, but Chen Yuan was disgusted. It doesn't matter, I just hope you can find a job as soon as possible. Sleeping on the floor every day is not good for your health. If they have the ability, they can go out and find a job, and see if he doesn't play them to death. It doesn't matter, we like sleeping on the floor. Chen Yuan. The kitchen was also checked, and it was really empty, with a minimalist design. Chen Yuan was embarrassed, but Lin Muxue was not embarrassed, because he would smile foolishly. Chen Yuan wanted to beat him when he saw his smiling face. But he still had to endure it. He couldn't beat him, really couldn't beat him. There were so many people before, and they all couldn't beat him. This time there was no one, and the men he brought this time were all trash among trash, and he couldn't beat them at all. He was afraid to take action, so he stayed here. Chen Yuan was not very good at fighting, and mainly relied on his brain. The superiors also valued his quick thinking, but if his hands and feet were really broken, the superiors would definitely not want him. He had a good brain, but there were many people in the base who were smarter and more vicious than him. Chen Yuan could only endure it. Even if he was about to grind his teeth, he still had to smile. Damn it. Chen Yuan had originally thought of looking for other people to borrow people. But he was worried that these three people were too powerful and would break the hands and feet of the people he borrowed. What was borrowed was not his. He borrowed, and when the time came, he would return with broken hands and feet, and those people would not let him off easily. But he was really unwilling. Chen Yuan left with a gloomy face. Lin Muxue began to flatter them crazily. I was scared to death just now. I thought he was going to find out. I didn't expect you guys to be so smart and so powerful. You even collected the things in the kitchen and the second and third floors. You're so quick. Fortunately, it's very convenient to use this space to collect things. Of course, it's just a matter of moving your fingers, and you don't have to move them yourself. That's not easy. Why don't I have a space? I want to be like you. Just wave my hand and take everything away. Lin Muxue was jealous again. The more he stayed with the two of them, the more he wanted a space. It was really convenient to have a space. Supplies can be carried with you, and even throwing garbage is convenient. For example, when he was lying on the bed, he had to get out of bed and run out of the room to throw it into the trash can when he used a tissue. These two who had a space just threw it into the space. It was very convenient. Don't be envious, be careful not to become a lemon, Su Yinhe patted him. People should have a normal mind. If turning into a lemon can allow me to have a space, I am willing to be a lemon, Lin Muxue whimpered. Su Yinhe, okay. I don't understand, but I respect it. After fooling Chen Yuan, they decided to celebrate. Lin Muxue got to eat the fried chicken he had been dreaming about, and a hamburger. When he took the first bite, he was so moved that he cried. Su Yinhe was in no position to comfort him, nor was she in no position to comfort him. Seeing Qian's indifferent look, she finally decided not to comfort him. Did she see that he didn't care about his friend of many years? Why was she meddling in other people's business? Su Yinhe drank Coke peacefully. She always felt that the Coke sent by the fried chicken shop was more special. Before Chen Yuan came, they almost forgot about him. As soon as he came, they remembered him. They haven't found every place yet, but they can start with Chen Yuan. They decided to put Chen Yuan in a sack and beat him up. This person had bad intentions. Lin Muxue and Qian had stayed up late every day to beat and drag people, which delayed their sleep. They would not be satisfied without beating him up. The first step to put him in the sack was to find out what Chen Yuan was. Find out where he lived. Chen Yuan was easy to find. He usually wandered around with a few men, saying that he was checking. But Lin Muxue still felt that he was just hanging around and slacking off. They followed Chen Yuan and found that the place where Chen Yuan lived was heavily guarded, and he had a high status in the base. After the three of them discussed it, they unanimously decided not to put a sack on Chen Yuan at his home, but to put a sack on him when Chen Yuan was on his way home after hanging around. If they put a sack on him at his home, it would be inconvenient for him to run away if he was discovered. Although the three of them were quite powerful, Lin Muxue had a bit of a bad taste and didn't want to tear his face with Chen Yuan for the time being. It would be inconvenient for him to tease Chen Yuan after being seen. Su Yinhe didn't quite understand his bad taste. Don't you think it's funny that Chen Yuan blushed, was polite to us, and smiled at us? Lin Muxue thought he was very interesting. Su Yinhe shook her head. No. She didn't see what was interesting about it. She just felt a little annoyed. They kept sending people over, which was annoying. Qian and Lin Muxue had deliberately made the noise of beating people very small at night, but Su Yinhe would still be woken up sometimes. Then there were 2 days when she was woken up and couldn't fall asleep. Then she would watch videos, stay up late, and her schedule would be messed up. Su Yinhe blamed all of this on Chen Yuan. She was annoyed when she saw him. You don't understand my fun. Lin Muxue shook her head and felt lonely. Su Yinhe, hey. Go get treatment if you are sick. But it seems that there are no hospitals now. He can only continue to be sick. The plan to put him in a sack went smoothly. After they were ready, they picked a day when Chen Yuan came home late. Put him in a sack. For this, Su Yinhe also contributed a few anesthetics. In order to put them under Chen Yuan's command. Then, put Chen Yuan in a sack. Then the three of them, fully armed, started to beat Chen Yuan. Who are you? Do you know who I am? I am Chen Yuan. Chen Yuan was stunned when he was put in the sack. After being punched, he reacted and started to shout. As a result, the people who put him in the sack didn't waste words, and continued to beat him without stopping their hands. Chen Yuan was whimpering. He was beaten to the point of almost losing his life. At this time, they slowed down. It was only because his hands were sore, but his feet were not tired yet. So he started to kick. Lin Muxue was the main force, Su Yinhe took time to supplement, and Qian was responsible for keeping watch. After beating them, they ran. At this time, Chen Yuan was breathing out more than breathing in. He had no strength to break free from the sack. And his men were still unconscious. If he knew who it was, he would kill them. After the three people beat people up, they went back. After going back, Lin Muxue felt a little regretful. Damn it, they lost a sack. Su Yinhe, it was just a sack, but he was so heartbroken. Isn't this the same as giving him a sack for free? He got a sack with a beating. We are at a loss. Chapter 177 Truth, Goodness and Beauty. This wave of losses. It was the kind of level that he would slap himself when he woke up in the middle of the night. Lin Muxue whimpered, feeling very sorry for the sack. Su Yinhe didn't quite understand, but chose to respect. Chen Yuan was beaten for no reason and had to lie at home for 3 days before he recovered. 3 days later, he came down angrily with dozens of men. However, only 1/5 of these dozens of men were his people. The remaining 4/5 were borrowed from friends, masters among masters. The risk of borrowing people from friends was too high, but he couldn't care so much now. He, Chen Yuan, was put in a sack. Beaten. Lie at home for 3 whole days. 3 days. A great shame. Although he didn't see anyone, Chen Yuan thought it was the 3 of them. He would rather spend a lot of supplies than kill them. Brother Chen, why did you bring so many people? Chen, what's wrong with your face? It was still Lin Muxue who came to greet him. Lin Muxue was surprised to see that he brought so many people, and even more surprised to see the wound on his face. What a great acting. Chen Yuan snorted in his heart. He was almost fooled. But now he didn't care whether they did it or not, he just wanted them to die. They must die. How could he tolerate them to continue living in this world after playing tricks on him time and time again? Chen Yuan didn't want to waste time talking to him. Go ahead, kill them all, leave the women behind, fuck. Brother Chen, what are you doing? What did we do wrong? Lin Muxue dodged left and right, seemingly not understanding why Brother Chen suddenly turned his face and was ruthless. What did I do wrong? Humph, of course everything is wrong. Chen Yuan gritted his teeth, probably because his expression was too exaggerated, and he accidentally tore the wound on his face. His expression twisted. He was wrong. He shouldn't have talked to the 3 of them in the first place. He should have killed them the moment they stepped into the base. Brother Chen, are you having an epileptic seizure? Despite being surrounded by so many people, Lin Muxue still had time to speak. Come on, Haven't you eaten yet? Why are you still letting him talk? Chen Yuan felt that these masters were all trash, big trash. There were dozens of people, and Lin Jun was facing dozens of people, and he actually had time to talk. As soon as Chen Yuan shouted, the people who were originally a little lazy also exerted their strength and made a fatal move. Lin Muren was a little overwhelmed at this time. "Yu, help. If you don't come out, I will be beaten to death." Lin Muren howled and dodged. Even so, they didn't touch a corner of his clothes. At this time, Qi Yan finally arrived late. With the addition of Qi Yan, the situation quickly reversed. Dozens of people were beaten down again. Chen Yuan's heart was cold. He underestimated them. Dozens of people, high-level psychics, were all beaten down in an instant. Chen Yuan was dumbfounded. After Lin Muren beat the last person down, he reacted and wanted to run. But Lin Muren paid so much attention to him, how could he let him run? So, Chen Yuan, who was still injured, was directly pressed to the ground by Lin Muren. This made the already seriously injured Chen Yuan even worse. When Chen Yuan lay down, there was a crisp sound, and he didn't know where his bones were broken. "Oh. I'm so sorry, Brother Chen, which bone is broken? I'll see if I can connect it for you. It hurts." "It hurts too much?" Chen Yuan's face turned pale and cold sweat broke out all over his body. Hearing this, he rolled his eyes at Lin Muren. "Brother Chen, I really want to help you connect your bones. I am so kind-hearted, why are you rolling your eyes at me? You are so rude." Lin Muren couldn't understand why Brother Chen rolled his eyes when he was obviously doing a good thing. "Stop talking nonsense, let me go if you have the guts," seeing that he didn't find someone to kill them anymore. "Brother Chen, why don't you play by the rules? You should say that you can kill me if you have the guts." Lin Muren scratched his head and almost fell into the trap. He thought Chen Yuan would say that he would kill them if he had the ability. He was ready to agree to Chen Yuan, but he let them go. Chen Yuan couldn't help rolling his eyes again. "Do you think he is a fool? Kill? What if he is really killed? He has so many supplies. He can't let those mutant rats and mutant cockroaches get away with it. Chen Yuan's supplies are hidden very secretly. No one knows except him. This means that if he dies, no one can find his supplies. Then his supplies can only be taken away by those mutant rats. He doesn't want to. He would rather let his treacherous friends get away with it. Yes, he wants to find someone else to kill the three of them. These dozens of people are useless. Those friends who borrowed from others will definitely be angry, but it doesn't matter, he still has supplies. As long as the supplies are enough, his friends will not care about the life and death of a few men. Even if they are high-level superpowers. If he gives them some more supplies, he can borrow people from them again. They will be happy. For the first time in his life, Chen Yuan is willing to use up all the supplies and kill them. But now he has also been captured by them, and the most urgent thing is to leave quickly. If you don't leave, everything is empty. Brother Chen, stop rolling your eyes. What if you accidentally roll your eyeballs out? Lin Muren squatted beside him and made a gesture of pinching his eyeballs. Reason told Chen Yuan that he should give in to Lin Jun at this time, but when he saw Lin Jun's face, he would remember the scenes of being fooled again and again. He wanted to kill Lin Jun. Lin Muren was frightened by Chen Yuan's resentful eyes. "Brother Chen, what's wrong with your eyes? Cramps? Do you want me to treat you? Get out." "No. This is my home, you can't get out." It would have been better if Lin Muren didn't mention this. When he mentioned it, Chen Yuan became even angrier, because Chen Yuan remembered that he had rented this small villa to the three of them with the mutant potatoes. If time could go back, Chen Yuan wanted to go back to the moment when he took out the mutant potatoes and slapped himself hard. Damn it! Why did he rent a house to them? Now they live in the house he rented, and they disabled so many of his men, beat him with a sack, and now they are humiliating him. He hated it. He hated himself. "It's my rented house. You guys should get out." "Hey, Brother Chen, you sent people to assassinate us every night before, and we had no complaints. What's wrong with living in your house? Don't be so stingy. Be more generous." Chen Yuan was so angry at Lin Muren's matter-of-fact words that he almost vomited blood. How dare he say such a thing? Does he have any shame? Where's his face? "I'm stingy? You really are." Chen Yuan's chest heaved up and down, and he trembled when he spoke. "What's wrong with us? Aren't we truth, goodness and beauty? You send people to assassinate us every day, and we still welcome you with a smile. Isn't this truth, Goodness and Beauty. Chapter 178 Garden of Eden. Lin Muxue looked at him innocently. You have to learn from us. You have to learn to repay evil with kindness. I'll repay your mother. Oh, Brother Chen, why are you still swearing? You look like a decent person. Who knew you would swear? I trusted you wrongly. Lin Muxue looked at him with disappointment. Chen Yuan really vomited blood this time. He vomited half a meter away. To be precise, it was blood spurting. Lin Muxue was stunned. Brother Chen, you are awesome. Hearing this, Chen Yuan vomited more blood, because he was angry. Finally, his eyes rolled back and he fainted. After he fainted, Lin Muxue kicked him twice. After confirming that he was really fainted, he and Qian broke the hands and feet of the dozens of men Chen Yuan brought with him and threw them out. This is a big project. After Lin Muxue finished moving, he felt that he should eat 2 more bowls of rice today. After Chen Yuan's men were thrown out, it was Chen Yuan's turn. Lin Muxue asked Qian for some hemp ropes and tied Chen Yuan tightly. Except for his head, the rest of his body was tied up like a mummy. He will definitely not be able to escape this way. Lin Muxue was very satisfied with the results of his work. Qian, I didn't know what to say. After tying him up, Lin Muxue dragged Chen Yuan into the house. Why did you bring him back? Su Yinhe, who was eating fruit and watching TV, was a little surprised when she saw it. Oh, I'm afraid he will catch a cold if he stays outside. The temperature has dropped a bit recently. What if he is thrown in the yard and dies accidentally? You are quite considerate. Of course, I am a good person. Although Brother Chen is shouting for war and killing, I still remember his kindness to us. So, Lin Muxue dragged Chen Yuan, who was tied up like a half-mummy, into the kitchen on the first floor. The kitchen on the first floor was bare and just a decoration. They never cook in it. It's just right to put Chen Yuan. Chen Yuan was dragged all the way, but he didn't wake up. He lay on the ground like a dead body. Lin Muxue took a look and considerately helped him change his posture. Then he considerately locked the door. People need privacy and personal space. He is indeed a good person. Just lock him up like this? Do you need to provide food? Well, feed him with leftovers. Lin Muxue hesitated. Su Yinhe looked puzzled. Do we have leftovers? She and Qian would serve as much as they ate. Lin Muxue was a big eater and could eat any amount. He even wanted to lick the last bit of the pot. Where did the leftovers come from? After Lin Muxue finished speaking, he also realized this. Then, I'll try and leave some food, Lin Muxue said with a heartbroken look on his face. Su Yinhe, does this person have to be locked up? Su Yinhe thought so and asked. I think it's better to lock him up. If not, he will definitely ask people to harass us again. It really affects my health. I have acne. Woo 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 woo, Su Yinhe, isn't it because Lin Muxue has acne because he eats fried chicken burgers? This can also be blamed on Chen Yuan. Chen Yuan is probably a scapegoat. The scapegoat Chen Yuan began his life of imprisonment like this. Lin Muxue didn't beat him or scold him. He just locked him up and talked to him every day. He was even afraid that the hemp rope had been tied up for too long and his blood circulation was blocked, so he replaced it with an iron chain. 4 iron chains. Just 4 limbs. Just enough for him to walk around in the kitchen. The food is okay. In Chen Yuan's opinion, it's very good. It's actually rice, and the first meal actually has braised pork and stir-fried vegetables. The braised pork is very fragrant and has a mellow taste. What surprised him even more was the stir-fried vegetables. It turned out to be vegetables that were not mutated and did not contain any pollution. Chen Yuan would rather die than eat, but when he saw the fragrant braised pork and crispy stir-fried vegetables, he gave in. It was so delicious. Everything has a first time, a second time, a third time, countless times. At the beginning, Chen Yuan would still resist with difficulty. Later, he figured it out. He wanted to live. He wanted to live. Only by living could he avenge them in the future. Then the more he ate, the more delicious it became. Every time Lin Muxue delivered the meal, he would stand at the door, just out of Chen Yuan's reach, and chat with him. Chen Yuan was like a mad dog at the beginning, wanting to bite Lin Muxue madly. But under the temptation of delicious food, he shamefully gave in. Then his attitude began to soften, and he would occasionally respond. But Chen Yuan could never have imagined that the delicious food in his eyes was actually leftovers. It can only be said that Lin Muxue knows how to arrange the dishes. There were only 2 pieces of braised pork left, and he even arranged a dish that only cooked 2 pieces of meat. Lin Muren was asking questions. He felt that Chen Yuan must know where that place was. He was trying to get Chen Yuan to talk, and Chen Yuan was also trying to get him to talk. Lin Muren wanted to know the location, and Chen Yuan wanted to know where their food came from. But Lin Muren was very careful, and after noticing it, he immediately told him all kinds of wrong information. Tell him that they actually have accomplices. Their accomplices are on the base, and the ingredients are given by the accomplices. Chen Yuan didn't see anything when he came before, because they didn't live in the villa at all. There's a tunnel in the villa, and they follow the tunnel to their accomplices to rest and eat at night, and when they eat, they only stay in the villa during the day. It's outrageous, but Chen Yuan believed it. Then Chen Yuan got angry. This anger was directed at himself. How come he just happened to rent them a house with a tunnel? Damn it. Why is his luck so bad? Oh, this is not a question of good luck. Let me tell you this. Our accomplices have dug through your base. There are tunnels everywhere, let alone this villa. Even your house and important locations in the base have tunnels. There are tunnels in the Garden of Eden too, Chen Yuan blurted out when he heard it. Garden of Eden. Lin Muren rolled his eyes. According to his intuition, this is the place. Of course, he raised his head pretending to be proud. Impossible, impossible. Garden of Eden is so. Chen Yuan muttered several impossible words, and suddenly stopped talking. Are you trying to trick me? He narrowed his eyes and looked at Lin Muren with a vigilant face. Yes, you are right. Lin Muren did not refute, and said yes repeatedly. With him like this, Chen Yuan was uncertain. Humph. You want to trick me? It's impossible. Whatever. Lin Muren stood up. After eating, I'll leave. I actually have to wash the dishes. Too pitiful. Lin Muren shook his head and left with the dishes. Before leaving, remember to lock the door. Chen Yuan sat on the ground, looking at the closed kitchen door, and sneered. Regardless of whether Lin Jun was trying to trick him, he would never reveal the matter of Garden of Eden. Garden of Eden is the hope of the entire base. Even if he died, he would not let anyone threaten Garden of Eden. As for the accomplice that Lin Jun mentioned, it must be fake. Chen Yuan suppressed his worries. Chapter 179 Public Toilet. I'm so good. I figured it out. It's called the Garden of Eden. After Lin Muren figured it out, she even forgot to put away the tableware and came to tell Su Yin with the tableware. The Garden of Eden. She was not surprised by the name. She had read too many novels and understood the routine. Yes, then do you know where it is? The location and the way to get in. This. Lin Muren was speechless. How could he know this? Chen Yuan was as alert as a thing. Don't know? Just a name? What can you do? Su Yin crunched on the potato chips and lay on the sofa. You don't understand. If you know the name, how can the others be far behind? Su Yin nodded. Lin Muren, why nod so quickly? She had no confidence in him at all. Come on, try to figure out the location and the way to get in. Su Yin made a cheering gesture. Also, wash the bowl. What kind of words are you talking about walking around with the bowl you just ate? Looking at the greasy bowl, her potato chips didn't smell good anymore. Okay. Don't worry, I'll get the location and the method to get in very quickly. With such a sumptuous meal, I don't believe Chen Yuan won't give in. In fact, what Lin Muren called very quickly was 10 days. Moreover, not all of it was obtained from Chen Yuan. Some of it was obtained from Chen Yuan, and some of it was obtained from others. Combining the two, plus Lin Muren's smart head, he got a rough location and a few methods. I'm still very good. Lin Muren took out a map that he had drawn in black, touched his hair and said. Su Yin, yes, it's very good. Then when are we going? Let's go tomorrow. Have a good rest today. Su Yin felt that the perfect method he had found out to get in was not very reliable, but looking at Lin Muren's expectant eyes, she didn't want to say something bad to hide him. But she had to make full preparations. Qi Yang had no objection, so the two of them tacitly agreed. Su Yin didn't tell them that she had to make full preparations. So the next day, when the two saw the little boy who suddenly appeared, they couldn't hide the surprise on their faces. Yin. Lin Muren's mouth opened as big as an egg. How is it? Handsome, right? Su Yin lifted her hair. Not only her hair had changed, but her face had changed too. There was no trace of Su Yin. Are you sure it's Su Yin? If the voice hadn't been exactly the same, Lin Muren would never have recognized her. Nonsense, magic transformation. Is this the magical makeup technique? So amazing, Lin Muxue circled around her like a puppy. Not bad. I haven't put on makeup for a long time, so I'm not used to it. So amazing, Lin Muxue watched and was about to try. Then, with a snap, Qian slapped his dog's paw off. Looking at Qian's warning eyes, Lin Muxue silently withdrew his hand. Can't afford to provoke. Not only can't afford to provoke, but also can't beat. He's the most humble one. Do you two want to disguise yourself? Su Yinhe took out her makeup bag. Forget it, I'm not used to putting things on my face. Lin Muxue shook his head and refused. Qian also refused. Okay, Su Yinhe was a little disappointed. She had never done makeup for others. After getting ready, the three of them set off. Lin Muxue led the way. Because he was the most familiar with it. Although he had never been there, he had inquired a lot and thought he had more experience than the two of them. Su Yinhe couldn't comment on this experience. But if he said it was, then it was. Lin Muxue lived up to everyone's expectations and successfully brought them there. According to the information Lin Muxue had inquired about, this Garden of Eden was built underground and the entrance was very secretive. It was strange that such an important place had no one guarding it. I don't know if it was because he was too confident or what. And this entrance was indeed invisible. Hey, the entrance I inquired about was actually not the main entrance to the Garden of Eden. This entrance was secretly dug by people who didn't want to pay for food. To enter the Garden of Eden, you had to pay for food, just like paying for a ticket. It was very expensive. So some people who didn't want to pay for food secretly dug one. They wanted to get it for free. This was convenient for them. At the entrance, there was a flat, bare land. Lin Muxue went up, looked around, and finally found an ordinary stone. Then he picked up the stone. Then, the flat ground, the bare ground, moved, and there was a dark hole. Okay, Lin Muxue held the stone, his eyes looking for praise. Wow, so amazing. You have a good eye, you can find this. Su Yinhe did not hesitate to praise, and immediately began to applaud. Lin Muxue was a little flattered by her praise. This entrance is amazing, there are stairs, the stairs are dirt. Qian asked you if he could turn on the flashlight, and after getting a positive answer, he turned on the flashlight and led the way down. Su Yinhe walked in the middle. Lin Muxue was the last to go. He walked down, and after leaving his head exposed, he raised the stone in his hand, threw it out, and then quickly lowered his head. The hole was sealed again. The flashlight that Qian held was very bright. The whole passage was like daytime. Su Yinhe was quite curious about what brand of flashlight it was. So amazing. The staircase was very long, and they walked for about half an hour before reaching the end. Su Yinhe was worried at first, wondering if they would be discovered when they reached the end. But Lin Muxue assured her that this passage was dug by some people for free. It was very secretive, and the end was also very secretive, so they would not be discovered once they got there. However, there was a possibility that they might meet someone coming out of it. But there shouldn't be many. The two of them would definitely knock them out before those people shouted. Su Yinhe was relieved. When they finally got down, Su Yinhe finally understood what very secretive meant. When they went down, they were just behind the public toilet. Then when they went out, they had to press on the stone next to the passage again before the door would open. Su Yinhe was not prepared, and when the door opened, she was almost fainted by the fumes. The end point was behind the public toilet, which was something Lin Muxue had not found out clearly, and he was also vomiting because of the fumes. This was the first time in Qian's life, and his face was even uglier. Su Yinhe didn't bother to think about why there was a public toilet underground, and when he saw that there was no one around, he ran away quickly. The three of them ran together. Finally, they ran to a place where no one was and far away from the public toilet, panting heavily. After panting for a long time, Su Yinhe finally came to his senses and had time to observe this so-called Garden of Eden. This is completely an underground city. Could this be the headquarters of the Sweetheart Base? There are streets, houses, and public toilets here. Chapter 180 Childhood Sweethearts. This underground city is even more awesome than the one above. The streets are paved with cement. The streets of the base above are all dirt, and people have walked on them. There are few people here. They have been squatting there for a long time. They don't know if it's too remote or there are really few people here. They didn't meet anyone for a long time. They originally planned to squat and ask about the situation, but they never squatted, so they could only walk around. As it turned out, it was because their street was too remote that there were no people. As they walked, more people came. These people were also dressed very neatly. They walked in the middle, without any disobedience. However, they were all men. At this time, Su Yinhe was glad that she was disguised. The streets were full of men, and she, a woman, walking in it must be very disobedient. Lin Muxue looked around, but it didn't seem abrupt, because there were several people on the street who seemed to be new, looking around like him. This seemed to be the main street, very wide, and there were actually stores around, selling food, drinks, clothes, and desserts. But they all needed to exchange food. Lin Muxue looked curiously and was scared back. A bowl of noodles costs 3 caddies of grain. You're robbing. Why would you eat noodles when you have 3 caddies of grain? What do you know? Some people have plenty of grain and want to enjoy themselves. Su Yinhe's voice changed after she walked onto the street. A shouty voice. It suited her appearance very well. Along this street, there were shops, and the prices were more expensive than one another. Lin Muxue was very curious, and he looked at them one by one, and he wanted to open a shop here. It was a huge profit. Just spending a little manpower and time, the grain earned was 10 or even dozens of times the raw materials. In the end times, manpower and time were not valuable, only grain was valuable. But he just thought about it. First, he had no food. He was now eating and drinking for free. He was eating from Qian and Su Yinhe. He was a poor guy, and he made up for it by washing dishes and mopping the floor every day. Thinking of washing dishes, Lin Muxue thought of someone locked up in the villa. Damn. He thought that they would only need 1 day to go back after coming here, and thought that Chen Yuan would not starve to death after 1 day, so he didn't leave any food for him. But it looks like they'll have to stay for at least a few days. Well, I can only pray that Chen Yuan will be strong. Don't starve to death or die of thirst. Wait for them to go back. Although someone has died in the villa, that was a long time ago. It's not good for them to have another one die while living there. Brother Chen, you have to be strong. After praying, Lin Muxue left Chen Yuan aside. He is now very interested in this underground city. He still remembers why they came down here. While walking around, he started talking to the brothers next to him. Su Yinhe and Shi Yan were also smart enough to stay away from him and let him play. Hey, brother, I'm separated from my brother. He told me to find him where there are women, but this is my first time down here. How would I know where there are women? He's just kidding me. The brothers he called were also very helpful. It's not easy, I know. Brother, I can see that you are coming here for the first time and you don't even know this. Just follow this street and keep walking, and you will arrive. But if you want to go in, you have to pay for food. He looked at Lin Muxue with empty hands and hesitated. It doesn't matter. My food is all with my brother. He said he would wait for me at the entrance. Then you have to be careful. The entrance fee is very expensive. It requires a lot of food. I don't know if the food your brother prepared is enough. Don't be greedy for yours. The eldest brother shook his head. That place is not cheap. This guy looks like a fool. So much food, he said he would give it to people. If he was greedy, he would have no place to cry. No way. He's my brother. We have been through life and death together. Lin Muxue's words were full of uncertainty. Tisk. Going through life and death together? 2 brothers are most likely to turn against each other because of a woman, not to mention, there is a group of women inside. How long have you and your brother not touched women since entering the base? There are a group of women inside. How do you know if your brother will take your food because of those women? The eldest brother saw Lin Muxue's expression and became more certain. What should I do? Lin Muxue panicked. There is no way, just hope for the best. If your brother really goes in with the food handed in, he will be a guest inside, and the guards will protect him. If you want to break in and kill him, they will beat you or even kill you. The eldest brother touched his chin and looked at Lin Muxue's panic, and he was more satisfied. No way. Lin Muxue looked like the sky was falling. Don't be impulsive. When your brother's food runs out, he will be driven out by the people inside. You can settle accounts with him then. Anyway, don't rush in like a fool. Okay, thank you, big brother. I'm so lucky to meet such a good person like you. Nothing. I just give you some advice. Seeing Lin Muxue's grateful face, the big brother became even more arrogant. Big brother, have you been in there? Is it really full of women? Seeing his smug look, Lin Muxue took the opportunity to continue asking. I didn't go in there. I was childhood sweethearts with my wife. She died and I don't want to see other women anymore." The big brother felt a little guilty. Of course he didn't go in there. It was so expensive there. He didn't have enough food to eat. The food he paid for the trip was what he had saved for 3 months. He saved up by living frugally. How could he have food to see women? But the big brother was too proud to mention his wife who died early. His wife who died early was his childhood sweetheart. She was pretty when she was young, but she got fatter and fatter. Later, she got married under pressure from her parents. After marriage, she was still controlling everything. She would look through his phone and always ask him for money. She didn't know how to dress up and was fat. He didn't dare to take her out to meet friends. It was so embarrassing. So when the doomsday came and the zombies attacked him, he pulled a fat pig next to him to block it without thinking. The fat pig was still confused when it was bitten, like a fool. He finally got rid of her. Now he moved her out to use her, and she is quite useful. It can be regarded as her last bit of value. Brother, you are so loyal. If sister-in-law hadn't died, you two would definitely be in love. Lin Muxue was moved. The eldest brother felt even more guilty. Forget it, let's not talk about her. I feel bad just thinking about her. Let me tell you what's going on inside. Although I haven't been there, my brother's brother has been there. Okay, thank you, brother. You are so nice. You have to pay food to get in, but that's just the entrance fee. There are women inside, as well as gambling houses and various shops. There are women in these shops, but you can only touch the women in these shops. You can't have sex with them. That's it. You have to pay more to enter these shops. Chapter 181 The Noodle Boss. It's such a ripoff, of course. It's a monopoly business. There's only one store, and they decide the price. The eldest brother shook his head. He also thought it was ridiculously expensive, so he had never been there. Now he could only rely on the news he heard from his brothers to tell Lin Muxue. "Alice, there's nothing we can do. Anyway, we have to go in and see." Lin Muxue was polite to the eldest brother again before saying goodbye to him. "After we find out, let's just walk along the street and we'll see it then." Lin Muxue walked with the two of them. Just now when Lin Muxue tried to get close to the eldest brother, the two of them walked far away from Lin Muxue in tacit understanding. After Lin Muxue separated from the eldest brother, the three of them walked together again. Lin Muxue whispered to them about the news he had found out. As Qian walked, he had a few more bags of food in his hand. They had to hand in the food when they went in, and they couldn't take it out when they got there. They had to take it now and hand it in. He took it out very quickly and no one noticed. Then he gave a few bags to Lin Muxue and Su Yinhe. "Brother Qi, you still have more food." Lin Muxue looked at the food in his hand and was immediately happy. "Qian, Brother Qi, give me a few more bags, I'll see if I can be their VIP." Qian, don't want to communicate. Beat him to death. After Su Yinhe got the food, she secretly looked at it. It was some old food. I don't know where Qian got it from. This street is really long. They walked for a long time to get there, and this location is the center of the entire underground city. When they came, they didn't need to look for it. They saw it, because there were many people queuing. There were also guards carrying people out. Why do you want to find a woman if you don't have money? You want to get it for free. The guards carried the man out like a dead dog. The man was a rare fat man in the end of the world. After being thrown out, he still wanted to go in, crying with snot and tears. "Let me in, I want to go in, I've paid, why don't you let me in? You have so little money, and it's all gone." The guard kicked him away impatiently, and then continued to stand guard. It was a perfect interpretation of what it means to be indifferent and ruthless. The three of them also lined up. The line was long, but the speed was very fast. Because many people did not give enough food. They were soon driven away by the people who collected the food. They wanted to entangle, but were kicked away by the guard. Simple and rough, not listening to their wailing at all. "Please check again and weigh it again." Some people really wanted to go in, and they were not willing to give up after being kicked, and tried to ask the inspector to weigh it again. Then they were kicked by the guard again. "Get out, don't waste our time if you don't have food. Go back and get enough, it's enough, not enough is not enough, get out." Another kick. Su Yinhe was stunned. In order to see women, they really... It's hard to say. Soon it was their turn. They brought enough food, and there was still some left after handing it in. The man who collected the grain had a sullen face at first. There were too many poor people coming today. He checked so many people, But it was not enough. It was a waste of his time. When he checked Su Yinhe and the others, he found that there were enough. And there were 3 of them at once. He was no longer sullen, and his face was full of smiles. He praised the 3 of them again and again, and asked a guard to take them in. The guard who kicked them at first was also respectful to them. After knowing that it was their first time, he took the initiative to introduce the situation inside to them. Seeing that they were still holding grain in their hands, he took the initiative to help them. The main point was enthusiasm. Have fun and eat well, 3 of you. The guard also smiled when he left. Are we VIPs? Lin Muxue was a little confused when he took back the grain. The difference in treatment was too obvious. Is this the difference between having grain and not having grain? Thanks to Qi Yan. After entering, it is indeed different from the outside. There are women here. There are 1 or 2 or 3 women at the door of each store, wearing cool clothes and seductive eyes, playing and joking with male customers. Men passing by would go up to take advantage of them. Lin Muxue's mouth opened wide again. He had learned something new. I always feel that this is not something we can save, he said weakly. Su Yinhe, I have a bad feeling. I wanted to save people, but it seems there are too many people. The most common thing here is gambling houses, which can be seen almost every 2 steps. Then there are hair salons here. There are also many, very small ones, with not many people outside, but there are several revealing posters on them, which don't look like a serious hair salon. Moreover, at this time, no one should have the time to get a haircut. So this hair salon is actually a low-end version. The 3 of them finally entered a noodle shop. There was only one boss lady in the noodle shop, and the boss lady only had 2 thin pieces of cloth on her body. The noodle shop business was not bad, and it was almost full. The customers who came to eat noodles had no noodles in front of them, but they all stared at the boss lady who was kneading the noodles. The boss lady's kneading movements were sometimes too big, revealing her spring light. Then the eyes of these customers would grow bigger at the same time. Su Yinhe, well, so scary. None of the shops here are legitimate shops. Terrible. Su Yinhe wanted to go out, but she thought that there seemed to be nowhere to go. The 3 of them could only find an empty table and sit down. Boiled water is provided here. After Lin Muxue sat down, he wanted to drink a glass of boiled water to calm his nerves, but when he was about to pour the glass on the table, he suddenly saw the guy next to him holding a glass and licking it while looking at the proprietress. Lin Muxue put down the glass. Tears silently flowed. It seemed a bit scary. He was afraid. Lin Muxue poked Qi Yan hard, suggesting that he wanted to drink water. Qi Yan took out a bottle of mineral water and threw it to him. Lin Muxue silently lowered his body, his whole body was the same height as the table, and then began to drink water. Everyone was looking at the proprietress, but no one noticed him. He drank a bottle of water in one breath, and then handed the bottle to Qi Yan, who took the bottle back into the space. Everyone was waiting for the proprietress's noodles. Since they came in, the proprietress had been pulling the noodles for half an hour before she finished pulling them and started to cook them. After cooking, the boss lady started to auction the noodles. There are 10 bowls of noodles in total. Whoever has more food will get the noodles. After saying this, the boss lady touched her lips. The boss lady also put on makeup, and her bright red lips opened and closed, and the atmosphere on the scene instantly reached a climax. Me, Yan, look at mine, I have more food. I want 2 bowls, I want 3 bowls, me. I want 3 bowls too. Chapter 182 Mushroom. After they finished shouting, they threw the food they brought on the table. The proprietress came down gracefully with a bowl of noodles, walked to the customer who gave the most food, and gave him the noodles. Then she lay on the customer, who lowered his head and kissed the proprietress for a minute, still feeling a little unsatisfied. The proprietress slapped him lightly, then stood up and walked back with the food he put on the table. Her steps back were still so graceful. Su Yinhe, I've learned a lot. Lin Muxue, I've learned a lot. Qi Yan, he wanted to swear. The guy next to him heard it and slapped Lin Muxue. Hey, brother, this is your first time here. Yan is always like this. Today she is still restrained. It's only been a minute, Lin Muxue, so this is called restraining. Yes, you should grab one too, and kiss Yan. I see you have a lot of food. The guy saw the food they brought. That brother just now was also stupid. He could have done more, but he was stupid. He got dizzy just by kissing. The old man shook his head and sighed. If he was like that brother, he would reach out and touch the bowl of noodles. Lin Muren looked dazed, and always felt that he had entered some extraordinary place. Yan Yan sold all 10 bowls of noodles. Except for the first person, who kissed. The next few were more excessive than the other. The people next to them were still shouting and instructing the people who bought the noodles to do what they wanted. Yan Yan was sweating and blushing in the end. I'm scared now, I want to run. Lin Muren bit his clothes, very scared. Su Yinhe was also shaking a little, she was also scared. It was so scary, I always felt that it was not a place for people to stay. I thought that the noodle shop would be more normal than those hair salons and gambling houses, but I didn't expect it to be abnormal. Yan Yan started to knead and pull the noodles again. The guests sitting there whistled at her and told her dirty jokes. Yan Yan smiled and responded, flirting with multiple people at the same time. Feeling at ease. Yan Yan, I just like the noodles you make. No one else's noodles taste as good as yours, come often if you like them. I welcome you anytime. Yan Yan threw him a coquettish look. He was completely fascinated. The corners of Su Yin's mouth twitched, and she couldn't help but rushed out. She even forgot to take the food at her feet. Lin Muren and Xian had been fidgeting for a long time. When they saw her rushing out of the door, they also took the food out. It's so scary, I feel like this is not a place for normal people to stay, Su Yin shivered. It would be fine if it was just Yan Yan, but she found that it seemed to be the same for all of them. Scary. Want to go home. No wonder they collected so much food. Fuck. What should I do now? Lin Muren was also scared and shivering. Let's find a place to rest first. Su Yin just wanted to find a place that was a little more normal. But after looking around, they found that none of them were normal. There were women in every store, and every woman was dressed very coolly, and they were also good at showing off their bodies. Finally, they reluctantly found a small hotel. The boss was also a woman. When giving them food, she kept hinting, winking at the three of them, and waving her chest. It was only after the three of them repeatedly requested that the boss did not follow them and wanted to give them special services. They asked for 3 rooms, but it was not time to sleep yet, so they temporarily gathered in Lin Muren's room. Lin Muren was squatting on the ground to pack mushrooms. What he saw today gave him a great shock. He was in a trance now. He knew it was not right, but he didn't expect it to be so wrong. He didn't even dare to lie on the bed now. Who knows if there's anyone on it? Woo 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 woo. He only dared to squat on the ground to pack mushrooms. After Qian came, he asked Qian to get him a disposable sheet and quilt. He threw the quilt of the small hotel aside. The room of the small hotel was very small. There was only one bed in the whole room, and there was not even a table. Lin Muren put a large cardboard on the ground, and then put the quilt on it. He put the disposable sheet and quilt on the bed before he dared to go up. It was too scary, really too scary. He was very scared now. Su Yin was also a little dazed, and the whole person was dizzy. Before the 3 of them could recover, the door of Lin Muren's room rang. Lin Muren went up to open the door in a daze, and then a woman threw herself on him. Don't come over here. Lin Muren pushed the things in his arms out without thinking. Women are here to seduce people and earn food. As a result, he died before he could accomplish his mission. He was pushed to the ground just after opening the door. She was still a little dazed when she fell to the ground, but she immediately adjusted her posture and expression. Brother, you are so strong, she said, blinking. Help. Lin Muren was terrified. With a click, the door closed. The woman who was about to change to a more enchanting posture. What the hell? Fuck. He closed the door? He actually closed the door? Facing a beautiful woman who threw herself into his arms, he actually closed the door? Shouldn't he invite her in to sit down? The woman didn't give up and went to knock on the door. Then, a voice came from inside the door. Help. The woman's face turned completely black. She snorted, stood up, and walked away twisting her waist. She was in a good market and didn't lack a fool. This man was probably sick, and she would find a healthy one. And Lin Muren inside the door was still Su Yin twitched the corner of her mouth. She went over and knocked on his head. Stop it. I'm going deaf. Lin Muren was knocked on the head, and he covered his head and said, oh. I'm scared. It's really scary. Imagine that as soon as you open the door, something falls into your arms and touches you. Su Yin, enough, stop it. I'm really going deaf. Lin Muren felt aggrieved, but finally stopped. I want to calm down, so, I want to drink more iced milk tea. He was frightened. Su Yinhe gave him the milk tea with a dark face. Lin Muxue held the milk tea and drank it all in one breath, and then he returned to normal. Alive? You said it as if you were dead. What's the difference between me and being dead? Lin Muxue held the empty cup of milk tea, and the whole person was miserable. He felt that he was not clean. Su Yinhe, what you said makes sense. Will someone knock on my door at night and provide me with special services? She touched her chin and thought. Wow, it's even more terrifying. Yinhe. Don't open the door casually. You can't handle it alone. Beat me. What if your gender is discovered? It will be terrible. I always feel that there will be very bad consequences. I know, I will never open it. Su Yinhe flipped through the space, found a few pagers, and threw them to them. Use this to contact if you have anything. If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelis. There you'll find the original version of this story and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 183 Two Earplugs. After giving them the pager, Su Yinhe went back to her room. Then, she didn't know if it was a feature of this place, but her door was knocked several times, followed by a few faint cries. She slept for a whole night and was knocked on the door 4 or 5 times. She was almost driven to neurasthenia. At first, she listened carefully, but then she started to curse when she heard the knock on the door. After cursing a few times, the person knocking on the door left. Sure enough, going crazy is the best choice. Going crazy makes her happy. In order to avoid being woken up again, she simply put on 2 earplugs. I have to strongly complain that the sound insulation in this room is really poor. When she didn't wear earplugs, she always heard some noises. Chi Yan and Su Yinhe had space, but they didn't wear earplugs, but Lin Muxue was miserable. None of them thought of this, and leaving Lin Muxue with earplugs or something, caused him to be harassed for a whole night and had no peace. When he got up the next day, he had 2 big dark circles under his eyes, like a panda, and yawned when he opened the door for them. I have given them a pager, why don't you contact them if they need earplugs? Su Yinhe thought so and asked so. Lin Muxue widened her eyes. I was thinking, they can't stay up all night, can't so many people knock on the door. As a result, they really didn't sleep all night, and took turns knocking on my door late at night. Later, when I realized this, it was already very late. I thought you were all asleep. Sorry to disturb you, Lin Muxue whimpered, feeling very aggrieved. Su Yinhe, very good, still consider other people's feelings, grown up. Su Yinhe was actually a little sleepy. But looking at Lin Muxue's whimpering, I don't know why, I suddenly wasn't sleepy. They had breakfast in the room, and Lin Muxue was much more awake after breakfast. I think this is the Pansy Cave, I dare not go out today. Woo woo woo. There will be spider spirits even if I don't go out, so scary. Lin Muxue ate while crying, choking, but there were no tears. The monsters in the Silk Cave and Journey to the West wanted to eat Tang Monk's flesh, and the spider monsters here want my food, although the food was not his, since it was given to him, he would just take it as his. Su Yinhe, isn't this good? Beauty is tempting. This is called blessing. Others want it but don't have it yet. Lin Muxue looked at her in disbelief. Do you want this blessing? If there were 17 or 18 male models knocking on my door last night, I would still be willing to open the door. Unfortunately, the people knocking on the door were all women, and I am very straight. Su Yinhe spread her hands. Lin Muxue was even more incredulous. Yinhe is such a person. She actually wants male models. Lin Muxue looked at it and suddenly thought of Chi Yan next to him. Then he turned his head sharply, stared for 2 seconds, and turned back. As expected of my brother Chi, he is calm. He didn't even react to such words. Lin Muxue was full of admiration. If it were him, he would have set 2 traps at the door to make those 17 or 18 male models never come back. After breakfast, they didn't check out. They went out to have a look today. They should still stay here. It was not as lively as yesterday in the morning, but many women had come out to solicit customers. I don't know if it was because the 3 of them were dressed too well, but many women's eyes lit up when they saw them. When they saw the food in their hands, their eyes were as bright as light bulbs, and then they rushed up to take them and to consume. There were too many wolves and too little meat. There were 3 people and more than a dozen women surrounding them. What's more, they were dressed very coolly, the kind that would expose themselves if they were not careful. Except for Su Yin, the other two dared not move. Later, Qi Yan came up with a solution and used his water bubble again. He wrapped himself in it, but the women couldn't get in and couldn't touch him. They could only knock on the water bubble, and when they couldn't get in, they went to pull Lin Muxue and Su Yin. Fuck. Brother Qi, don't just watch us die. Save us too. Lin Muxue saw this and shouted wildly. Without Qi Yan, the women came to surround him. Shit, 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 his pants. These hooligans. Help. Qi Yan finally saved the two of them. Seeing that the target had entered the water bubble, the women outside were very unwilling. Two of them dispersed, and the rest did not give up. They kicked and slapped with their hands. In the end, they found that no matter how hard they tried, there was no hole in the bubble, so they could only leave unwillingly. I'm scared to death. Woo woo. I'm a little cleaner than yesterday, living is so tiring. They are so scary. He is very, very scared now. Woo woo woo. Lin Muxue squatted on the ground and whimpered. He likes to make this sound more and more recently, but hey, just whimper, don't just howl without tears. When this idea came to Su Yin's mind, he spit on himself fiercely. She was so vicious. She actually wanted Lin Muxue to really cry. So vicious. The vicious Su Yin dragged Lin Muxue up, and the three of them began their exploration. I have to say, they are really cool in their clothes. Qi Yan and Lin Muxue didn't dare to look around the whole time. Only Su Yin looked around openly. Many women noticed Su Yin, the little boy, and flirted with her, and Su Yin blew a kiss to her. Lin Muxue, you are so arrogant, you can be so arrogant. No, I am a pure boy. I have been dirty enough today, I can't be dirty anymore. At this time, Lin Muxue hated why they were not male models. If they were male models, he could at least look openly. But if they were male models, Yin would probably be as bold as now. Yin blew a kiss to the male model. Lin Muxue thought about this scene and got goosebumps all over his body. He always felt weird. This place is quite prosperous, if the streets were not so corrupt. There are women wearing cool clothes, and naturally there are also men who take advantage of them and drag their pants on the street. But people on the street seem to be used to it. After taking a look, he turned his eyes away lightly. As if it was just an ordinary tree. No, if they saw a normal tree, they would definitely be more excited than seeing this. Normal plants are rare now. Even trees have mutated to be abnormal and violent. Trees have many roots to begin with, and after mutation, the roots are even more powerful. Not only can they draw water, but they can also penetrate the soil and launch sneak attacks. Some people died without knowing how they died. The roots can kill people, and the leaves can also kill people. Combined with the vines, they can kill people directly. So if they see an ordinary big tree on the street here, they will definitely gather around to watch. How can they be so indifferent like they are now? Chapter 184. A little early. Their bubbles were more eye-catching. Everyone who saw them would take a second look. Lin Muxue pulled Qi Yan's arm. Don't you think we are too high profile like this? Qi Yan paused, then you go out. No, no, no. Lin Muxue shook his head quickly. He still had food in his hand. If he went out, he would be entangled by women again. So what are you talking about? Qi Yan didn't say anything, but from his eyes, it seemed that he had said everything. Lin Muxue trembled. Why did he have a murderous aura? Would Qi Yan really drive him out? Thinking of this, Lin Muxue directly grabbed Su Yin's hand. Su Yin, she was enjoying looking at the beauties. What was going on? Yin, I'll lend it to you. Lin Muxue tried to shrink his body and held beside her hesitantly. Lin Muxue was originally standing in the middle, but he was afraid that Qi Yan would throw him out, so he stood on the outside of Su Yin. Now Su Yin stood in the middle. This position affected her ability to look at the beauties next to her. Su Yin frowned, looking at Lin Muxue's trembling appearance, but didn't say anything, nor did he want to change it back. Just make do with it. It's not that you can't see it standing in the middle. It's just that the view is a little blocked. They looked all the way, but in the end they didn't find a decent store. I have a feeling. Lin Muxue looked at the sky in an unfathomable way. No, there is no sky here, this is underground. What feeling? Qi Yan was not interested, thinking that he couldn't say anything serious, but Su Yin was a little curious. I think this is the place with the most women so far. Have they really not robbed all the women from other places here? There are too many. And the women here don't look like they have been hungry. Unlike the women in the sun base, Most of them are pale and thin. The women here are very white. This may be because they have lived underground for a long time and have not been exposed to the sun. But the women here are not particularly thin, and many are quite plump. Although Lin Muxue has been trying not to look, he still inevitably saw some when his peripheral vision swept by. Then I found that there were several of them, and they were quite plump. This sweetheart base is quite large. There should be many small bases around it. Small bases are easy to disperse. If they disperse, they will join this base, and then women will be tied down here. The mortality rate of women in the sweetheart base should be lower than that of men. It is also lower than other bases. As soon as they come in, they are tied underground. If they are given food and water and are watched over, it should be difficult for them to die. And it should be safer underground. Unlike other bases, dozens or hundreds of people will die when a natural disaster comes. The mortality rate of both women and men is high. However, I don't know what conditions are required in exchange for food and water here. Anyway, they will definitely not support these women for nothing. Now this situation is. Su Yinhe thinks it is quite morbid. People who come down here are used to it, and for those who have been living here, it is even more commonplace. It makes her uncomfortable to look at her. These people were caught as soon as they came in, and then tied underground, and they were never allowed to go up for the rest of their lives. Although they have food and water and are not threatened by natural disasters, are all of them really willing? Definitely not. These people are wearing such cool clothes, are they willing? Even if there are one or two who are willing to wear this, she believes that not everyone is willing. It's a bit like brainwashing here, Lin Muxue said as he looked at it. He felt that they were all brainwashed. Maybe they were not willing at the beginning, and the first batch of people might not be willing, but someone would brainwash them, coerce them, bribe them, and force them to agree. Later, more and more people came. They might gradually get used to it. They think that everyone around them is doing it, so it's normal for them to do it. Su Yinhe snorted, and then slowly said, a large cult organization, it may be a bit difficult to destroy it, Lin Muxue continued. With so many people, how can they destroy it? If they destroy it, there is a great possibility that many people will hate them. Many people have lived here for a long time and have been spoiled. This place is equivalent to a greenhouse. After they stay in the greenhouse for a long time, can they really face the cruel natural disasters outside after they go out? Many women here do not have superpowers, and even if they have superpowers, they are extremely low. How will they survive after they go out? Before Lin Muxue came down, he had been thinking of coming to rescue. Thinking of being a hero or something. But now he is a little uncertain. Is it really a good thing for these people that he destroyed this place? He would not do a bad thing in the end, would he? Lin Muxue lowered his head a little sadly. He always felt that they should not come down. They should not even come to the sweetheart base. If they did not come to the sweetheart base, they would not know about the Garden of Eden. If they did not know, they would not try every means to inquire about it, let alone come down. If they did not come down, they would not see it, and he would not feel so uncomfortable. What are you thinking about? I really want to cry when I see this. Su Yinhe looked at him like this and patted him. I just feel a little uncomfortable. Why do you feel uncomfortable? What did you see again? I feel unclean, no. I think. Lin Muxue told her his thoughts a little depressed, and Qian listened silently on the side. Are you entangled in this? Don't be entangled. I think it's just wrong. Isn't this equivalent to a domineering president raising a canary? The domineering boss provided canary with a big house, all kinds of jewelry, expensive clothes, and all kinds of expensive food. He gave her everything except freedom. When she read the novel, she felt that the domineering boss was trying to test a law. Not to mention, the women here are not treated as well as canary. They lost their freedom the moment they stepped into the base. They never had the right to choose, but were forced to live in the seemingly safe Garden of Eden, the underground city. It's ridiculous. But I'm afraid that they will die after we destroy this place. Lin Muxue usually doesn't care about killing a few people. It's the end of the world. If he doesn't kill others, others will kill him. But he has no grudges against these people. If these people who could have lived longer died because of him, and they died in large numbers, he would be very upset. Actually, we may not be able to destroy this place. Su Yinhe's little mouth opened and closed, and she poured a basin of ice water on him. Lin Muxue, although you are very powerful, and Qian is also very powerful, But this does not mean that the three of us alone can destroy this underground city. This is a fact. So, it's a little early for you to think about this. Chapter 185 Braised Chicken Flavored White Steamed Buns. After walking all day today, Su Yinhe and Lin Muxue shook their heads, sighed, and groaned. In the end, nothing was accomplished. When eating, they didn't dare to go into the store to eat. This place is really too improper, and they are too scared. What they ate was what Su Yinhe and Xian took out from the space. Lin Muxue cried again while eating. He bit the sandwich, and the more he ate, the more uncomfortable he felt. What's wrong with you? Su Yinhe felt that he was really, too, hypocritical. How could he make such an expression at every turn? If he changed his gender, this expression would be appropriate. Lin Muxue took a fierce bite of the sandwich. I want to eat barbecue, braised pork, eat. He listed a series of dishes. Su Yinhe, as if she didn't say anything. Yin, this is not delicious. Lin Muxue held the sandwich that he had eaten half of, aggrieved. This was brought by Qian. If it's not delicious, go to him. What does it have to do with me? I brought milk. As for the milk, Lin Muxue drank it up as soon as it was given to him. Now he just ate the sandwich. Lin Muxue looked at Qian who was eating a sandwich and shook his head violently. Don't dare, let's continue eating the sandwich. Although it's a bit choking, it's still edible. Lin Muxue lowered his head and ate the sandwich obediently. Su Yinhe, at this time, I don't know what expression to make. Lin Muxue is just a bully who is afraid of the strong. Lin Muxue took a bite, looked at Qian, took a bite, looked at Qian, and bit. Qian was unmoved. In the end, Su Yinhe couldn't stand it anymore. Throw him 2 bottles of milk. Woo, Yin, you are so nice, you really don't consider. Su Yinhe had a wooden face, cold and ruthless. Lin Muxue thought about some weird things every day, always wanted to be her son, but she really didn't need a son. Yin, you didn't even finish listening. Lin Muxue looked resentful. Su Yinhe, I know what you are thinking as soon as you open your mouth. You don't even need to finish, just hearing those 2 words, her scalp numbed. Oh, go away. Su Yinhe rubbed the goosebumps on her arms skillfully. Okay. Then I'm going away. Lin Muxue took the sandwich and milk, took 2 quick steps, and then stood 5 meters away from her. Her eyes were very resentful. Su Yinhe, terrible. What? Lin Muxue didn't hear clearly. Nothing, eat quickly, you're the only one who hasn't finished. The 2 of them had finished eating for a long time, and Lin Muxue still had half a sandwich left, plus 2 bottles of milk. This was rare. Lin Muxue usually ate very quickly, and usually he would wait for them. Now he ate so slowly, Su Yinhe was a little uncomfortable. Okay, Lin Muxue took a deep breath, and then ate the remaining half of the sandwich in 3 or 2 bites at lightning speed. Then he opened 2 bottles of milk at the same time, drank them in 2 gulps, and then wiped his mouth. Okay, the eating was a little sloppy, but fast. After solving the problem of eating, they continued to watch. Lin Muxue was successfully made to look emo. He was still a little depressed until dinner time. Until he saw the braised chicken. The moment he saw the braised chicken, he instantly forgot all his worries. Emo, what? It's not as important as the braised chicken. Not to mention, in addition to the braised chicken, there is also the braised pork he wants to eat. Braised pork with rice is the best. There is also grilled fish, which he also loves. The dinner was very rich, but after eating, the room smelled. The smell of delicious food. Lin Muxue felt that he would have a good dream tonight. Su Yinhe originally wanted to spray him with some air freshener. This small broken room had no windows. If he wanted to ventilate, he could only open the door, but the consequences of opening the door were very serious. There might be a spider spirit, a woman breaking in. And it's possible that there is more than one. But Lin Muxue refused. He thought the food smelled very fragrant and he liked it very much. He loved it very much. If you sleep in this room for 1 night, your clothes will smell like this tomorrow. Before Su Yinhe finished speaking, Lin Muxue couldn't wait to say, wow, then everything I eat tomorrow will taste like braised chicken. That's so happy. Su Yinhe, okay, as long as you're happy. She personally didn't like the smell of food in the room she slept in, and didn't quite understand why Lin Muxue could accept it, but she respected him. When Su Yinhe left, she gave Lin Muxue a box of earplugs. Yin, you are so nice. This time, when Su Yinhe said the word yin, he flashed back to the room. Lin Muxue cracked. Yin despised him. Woo woo woo. Fortunately, there's G. Shit. Where is Qi Yan? He was here just now. Where is he? Why did he run away? Lin Muxue felt that both of them were suitable to be ghosts. With earplugs, Lin Muxue didn't hear any strange noises all night, and he woke up the next day feeling refreshed. After getting up early, he even did 300 push-ups on the bed. He was very excited. Su Yinhe was shocked when she saw him. Why is your face so red? Lin Muxue's exposed skin was all red. Highland red, Lin Muxue said, showing her his biceps. Su Yinhe, who gets Highland red overnight? Who has Highland red from face to neck? Lin Muxue was talking nonsense, and Su Yinhe casually agreed. Both sides were quite satisfied. Qi Yan, incomprehension. Respect. Breakfast. Braised chicken breakfast. Lin Muxue slept in a room full of braised chicken for a night, and the whole person was marinated. She could smell the braised chicken on him even when she stood here. He can indeed have a braised chicken breakfast today. So, Su Yinhe brought him a few steamed buns. Lin Muxue looked at the white steamed buns in the plastic bag and was dumbfounded. Eat it quickly. Steamed buns with pure braised chicken flavor. After saying that, Su Yinhe took out another meat bun and shared it with Qi Yan. This meat bun was made very perfectly, and the meat aroma was overflowing. Lin Muxue, suddenly he felt that the taste of braised chicken was not so good, and he also wanted to eat meat buns. Seeing Lin Muxue's eager eyes, Su Yinhe smiled slightly. Eat it quickly, your braised chicken flavored breakfast. Other flavors are not as fragrant as braised chicken. Lin Muxue looked at their meat buns and gnawed on his own steamed bun. He had smelled the braised chicken smell for a night and had gotten used to it. Now he couldn't smell anything. He was just gnawing on the white steamed bun. The meat bun was still tempting him. Damn it. Okay, I want to eat meat buns. I want to eat meat buns. Meat buns. Meat. I don't want to eat steamed buns, meat buns. Chapter 186 The Color of Pants. Although Lin Muxue wanted to eat it very much, but Su Yinhe was unusually cold and ruthless today, so she made up her mind to let him eat white steamed buns with braised chicken flavor. If there were no meat buns, white steamed buns would also be delicious, but everything is afraid of comparison. The same goes for steamed buns. In his heart, no matter how well white steamed buns are made, they are not as good as ordinary meat buns. Lin Muxue turned his grief and anger into appetite and ate 10 steamed buns. Su Yinhe, very strong, very powerful, you can really eat, not bad. Lin Muxue was a little proud. What a good appetite. Oh, I exercise a lot. If you exercise more, you will eat more. Look at you, you only eat so little. A meat bun will be digested in half a day. What if you get hungry then? Su Yinhe, I'm not hungry, 1 meat bun is enough. Such a big meat bun. Why aren't you hungry? Do you have a bad stomach? Yin is the person who eats the least he has ever seen. Others eat desperately, and they wish they could burst their stomachs. It was not known whether it was fortunate or unfortunate that the 2 people around him ate very little. Woohoo. They just relied on their own space to eat as they pleased, and when they were hungry, they could take food from the space. Damn it. He also wanted a space. Space? Where was his space? Was it avoiding him? Space, his lovely space, where was it? Thank you, I have a good stomach. I just don't eat much. Besides, she had a space, so she could take snacks when she was hungry. What was there to be afraid of? Really? Lin Muxue looked doubtful. I touch, get lost. Oh, it was another breakfast in Lin Muxue's room. After eating, his room was filled with the aroma of meat buns. After Lin Muxue finished eating the steamed bun, he tried to inhale desperately. After taking a big bite, it was equivalent to eating a mouthful of meat bun. When he was eating the steamed bun just now, he also tried to smell the smell of the meat bun, using his sense of smell to deceive his taste. But he failed. Even under the aroma of the meat bun, the steamed bun was a little hard to swallow. While they were eating breakfast, the door of the room was knocked 3 times. Every time they knocked, there would be a few gentle or charming voices calling them. Although it was only a few days, they were actually a little accustomed to it, and naturally pretended not to hear it. It didn't affect them at all. I feel like I've fallen, Lin Muxue pondered. Yes, Su Yinhe nodded. No, you shouldn't say that your feeling is wrong at this time. You haven't fallen, right? Lin Muxue looked at her, and, if I'm fallen, it means you're also fallen. You actually admitted, Su Yin nodded. I am indeed fallen. In the past 2 days, she has been busy from looking at beautiful women. Although she is not a man, she also likes to look at their figures. They are beautiful. Not a kind of extremely thin, nor too fat, just a right figure, very attractive figure. She likes it. How can you be like this? You are not ashamed, but proud of it. What else? Su Yin asked back. She is an honest person, okay. If she is fallen, she is fallen. She is still planning to take a look today. They have a lot of clothes, they don't wear the same thing every day. Except that it was too cool. This dress really had no disadvantages. Lin Muxue was silent. Because he suddenly remembered that Su Yin was a woman, and her way of looking at women was different from his way of looking at women. She could look openly, but he didn't even dare to look. At this time, he hated himself for being born with the wrong gender. Or, as Yin said, why not get a male model? No, forget it. Even if he got a male model, he would still be afraid of him. He was afraid of getting sty. He still didn't dare to look. Woo. Another day of hating his gender. After breakfast, they went out for a walk again. There was a small episode in the middle. When they opened the door, a woman was about to knock on the door, and she happened to knock on Lin Muxue's chest muscle. Lin Muxue's face flushed. The woman also fell into Lin Muxue's arms. Lin Muxue didn't think about it, pushed her away, and then ran away. When the woman fell to the ground, she was stunned. There is actually such a man here. Fuck, he actually pushed her. Is she not beautiful enough? Her makeup is smudged. Fuck. If I had known, I would have changed to this cheap cosmetics. Although the cosmetics made by Wang Xiaoli are damned, a tube of lipstick costs her half a month's food, but the quality is good, the color is beautiful, she can use it for several months, and when she is lucky, she can earn 3 months' food at once when she meets a fat sheep. Like the last customer, he spent enough food for her for 5 months. Very generous. Although it is a bit cruel. But it is enough for her to eat for 5 months. After she handed over the food to the superiors, she still had 2 months left. Unfortunately, fat sheep are hard to come by. Today's one is very hateful. Early in the morning, when men are the most noisy, facing a beauty like her, he actually pushed her away. She seriously doubted that he was not capable. After being pushed away by Lin Muxue, the woman was a little dazed. So much so that Su Yin and Qian, who came out later, were ignored by her. After thinking for a long time, she got up and went back to look in the mirror. Her makeup was a little smudged, but she was still beautiful. She was sure that it was that man who was not good enough. Su Yin was sometimes very curious. The woman who knocked on the door every day was different. What kind of company did this hotel cooperate with? There were so many, and none of them were the same. Lin Muxue didn't run far. As soon as Su Yin and Qian went out, they saw him. He was squatting and shivering. When he saw Su Yin, he hugged her thighs directly. Wow. It's so scary. I'm so scared. I'm not clean again. He was not very clean to begin with, and after coming here, he became even dirtier. Su Yin squatted a little and touched his dog head. It's okay. You'll get used to it. It will be even dirtier in the future. Lin Muxue raised her head and cried even louder with a wow. You are cold and heartless. How can you be like this, Su Yin? What else do you want me to do? Wash you? Isn't it just a hug? What if a woman rapes you in the future? No, absolutely not. Then I will be completely dirty. Lin Muxue let go of the hand that was hugging Su Yin's thigh and hugged himself. Su Yin took the opportunity to move to the side and hide next to Qian. Lin Muxue dared to hug her thigh, but he didn't dare to hug Qian. Even if he dared to hug, Qian would kick him away. Even if Qian didn't kick, Lin Muxue would still hug Qian. Then she would be safe. Lin Muxue howled for a while, and then stopped. His throat hurt. He thought carefully. He was so powerful, there should be no woman who could do that to him. Lin Muxue wanted to continue hugging her thigh, but when he was about to hug, he found that the color of his pants was different. These were Qian's pants. Lin Muxue, who was squatting, stood up suddenly. Chapter 187, Letting the Wolf In. Let's go quickly. Our journey is to the Sea of Stars. It's just a small accident. We should ignore it. Lin Muxue didn't think she was unclean anymore. Well, but didn't you say you were unclean? Although my body is dirty, my soul is still pure. Let's go quickly. It felt like Qian would get angry if they didn't leave. This anger was not directed at Yin. That was directed at him. If Qian got angry, forget it, it's dirty, life has to go on, he has to face it bravely. After Lin Muxue finished speaking, he started walking with his hands and feet in the same place. Su Yin, weird. Su Yin was a little confused. But Lin Muxue left, they couldn't stay here and let Lin Muxue go alone. So she followed him, and when she left, she paid special attention to whether she had her hands and feet in the same place. Qian, what should he say? Forget it, it's better not to say anything. They stayed in the underground city for a total of 10 days and left on the morning of the 11th day. Because Lin Muxue suddenly remembered that there was someone locked up at home. The physique of the superpower person is better. If they do nothing and do not use their superpowers, they can survive hunger better than ordinary people. But it does not mean that they will not starve to death. He was afraid that Chen Yuan would starve to death. After all, Chen Yuan was carrying potatoes for them at that time. Although they did not eat the potatoes and the potatoes turned into charcoal, he had the intention to do so. Although he had bad intentions, he at least pretended. They would go back from where they came down. When Lin Muxue went up, he was still a little afraid of bumping into people. Fortunately, their luck was not bad and they did not bump into anyone along the way. There were only 3 of them in the whole passage. It was pitch black, and footsteps echoed in the darkness. It's a bit like the atmosphere of a horror movie. Lin Muxue touched his arm. Why did he feel cold? Could there really be something dirty? If this was a horror movie, you would be the first to die, Su Yin said slowly. Why am I so powerful? After being forgotten for 10 days, Chen Yuan, who was only left with his last breath, finally heard the sound of the door opening. Still not dead. This was Chen Yuan's last thought before he fainted. Fuck. I don't know if he fainted from hunger or thirst. What should I do? Throw water on him to wake him up or tempt him with food? Lin Muxue rushed into the kitchen and rushed out soon after. Isn't it possible that he is both hungry and thirsty? Su Yin asked in confusion. It's possible. So what should we do now, Su Yin? You can try to dip a cotton swab in some water and give it to him. This is a gentler method. You can also just throw water on him to wake him up. Remember to prepare some food next to him, she made a suggestion. Then how much is appropriate? Lin Muxue asked very modestly. If there was too much, it would be better to let Chen Yuan die. After all, he was a poor guy. How could he give food to Chen Yuan if he didn't have any food himself? It depends on your ability and mood. Su Yin spread her hands and went upstairs to take a shower. After walking through that dark passage, she was sweating a lot and felt sticky. She needed to take a shower. As for Chen Yuan, Su Yin didn't care much. She didn't quite understand why Lin Muxue locked Chen Yuan in the kitchen. If it was to get the Garden of Eden out before, it would be understandable. But now, they have found it, Chen Yuan can actually be driven out. But from the look of Lin Muxue, she is going to wake Chen Yuan up and keep him locked up. Su Yin would not say that she wants to kill Chen Yuan. After all, she is not from this world and cannot despise the lives of others. She would not think of taking someone's life casually. However, she would not think of imprisoning someone and feeding him every day. The key is that this person had great malice towards them from the beginning. Now that he has been squeezed dry and is useless, I don't know why he is still locked up. Can't he break his hands and feet and throw him out like before? After listening to Su Yin's words, Lin Muxue realized it. Then he took a glass of water and half a white steamed bun, and ran to call the sleeping Chen Yuan. After the glass of water was poured down, Chen Yuan's eyelashes moved. It seems it has a little effect. Well, anyway, Qian is a water-based mutant, they don't lack water, so he should be more generous. Lin Muxue asked Qian to get 2 buckets, and asked Qian to put 2 buckets of water. He brought the 2 buckets of water to the kitchen, took the cups, and poured 1 cup after another. With the first cup of water, his eyelashes moved. With the second cup of water, his fingers moved. With the third cup of water, his mouth moved. After his mouth moved, Chen Yuan seemed to have a little strength. He struggled to open his eyes and looked at the glass of water in front of him. Without thinking, he burst out with amazing strength and grabbed it. He drank a glass of water without spilling a drop. After drinking a glass of water, Chen Yuan lay on the ground, panting louder than before. Alive. Not dead. After they left, Chen Yuan was thinking alone, when would he die? Would they come back? Or just leave like this, leaving him here to fend for himself? It's not that Chen Yuan didn't try to escape, But there was no way, he couldn't escape. He has always been proud of his identity as a superpower. Although he is not very strong, it is enough. But he didn't expect that in the face of absolute strength, what he thought was enough was actually nothing. He tried, but couldn't escape. There is no escape at all. During the 10 days they were gone, starting from the third day, Chen Yuan felt every day that this day next year would be his Memorial Day. Whether anyone would pay tribute to him is another matter. When a person dies, the light goes out, especially at this time. When a person dies, he is dead, and no one except himself may know it. But he never thought that his vitality was so strong. He thought he would die, but unexpectedly, he never died. He even survived until they came back. After Chen Yuan finished a glass of water, he felt that most of his lost vitality had returned. After snatching half a steamed bun from Lin Muxue's hand and wolfing it down, he was completely alive again. "Aren't you leaving?" After eating the steamed bun, Chen Yuan put his head into the bucket again and drank it in big gulps until his belly was bulging. He stopped and leaned against the bucket and asked. Chen Yuan felt that his will had been worn out. After being starved for so many days and escaping death, he could still talk to Lin Jun so calmly. "Leave? We won't leave. You are here, where can we go? You brought us in, where are you, brother Chen?" "We are there," Lin Muxue said with a smile. Chen Yuan's expression froze, and he almost forgot that he was the one who recruited the three of them, let them in, and even rented this house for them. Is he inviting a wolf into the house? Damn it. Why did he go there that day? Why did he rely on his intelligence and want to? Chapter 188 Excessive Panic. Retribution, it's all retribution. He shouldn't have gone out that day, he shouldn't have left home. If he had stayed at home, he wouldn't have ended up like this. If he could go back to the past, Chen Yuan wanted to beat himself to death. He is now living a life worse than death. At this time, Chen Yuan didn't know whether he should live or die. He wanted to live, but he felt that living like this was worse than not living. He wanted to die, but at the last moment, he didn't want to die. Chen Yuan couldn't figure out his own thoughts. "I really regret it." Chen Yuan looked at Lin Muxue, gritted his teeth, and spit out a few words. "Regret? There is no regret medicine in the world. If there was regret medicine, he would have eaten it all. And, Brother Chen, we really appreciate everything you have done for us, so we gave you a lot of chances. Your people came again and again, we were woken up again and again, and dragged people every night, but we knew that those people were sent by you, Brother Chen, and we didn't think of retaliating. You are too arrogant. You can only blame yourself." Lin Muxue's face changed. They had been good enough to Chen Yuan. They knew that those who came to cause trouble were Chen Yuan's people, so they didn't immediately catch Chen Yuan and torture him. It was Chen Yuan who couldn't hold it in. He knew he couldn't win, but he still had mysterious confidence. I don't understand, where did he get such great confidence? In the end, all his people were gone, but he was still alive and well, and the food he ate was good. Lin Muxue felt that this treatment was already very good. Didn't he just forget him in the kitchen and almost starved to death? But if he was often hungry, he would eat less in the future, and he would be able to save more food, and it would be less likely to starve to death. He was helping Chen Yuan. Chen Yuan heard his words and his face suddenly became gloomy. If he didn't know the condition of his body clearly, and knew that he was very weak now, and that even a sneak attack would not kill this damn Lin Jun, he would definitely fight to the death to kill Lin Jun. Damn it. Humph. My people are not as powerful as you, I admit it. But why do you lock me up here? Why? You come to tease me when you want to, and you plan to starve me to death when you don't want to come. Now you have found a reason. Do you think I'm a fool? Chen Yuan became excited as he spoke. Unexpectedly, Lin Muxue really nodded. Almost. You? Okay, since you're awake, it's time for me to go. You stay here. Drink as much water as you want. Knowing everything he should know, Lin Muxue didn't want to send food to Chen Yuan every meal like before. He was reluctant to give such good food to others. But Chen Yuan, this guy, obviously likes to eat, and eats it all up every time, but when he eats, he actually belittles it. Humph, who does he think he is? He ate quickly and hastily, and dared to complain. In the past, he had to ask questions and coax them a little, but now that he had gotten the questions, they all knew more or less what was going on. As for Chen Yuan, he would just deal with it casually. Lin Muxue's casual deal meant that he would have a big meal with Su Yinhe and Shi Yan, and Chen Yuan would have to starve. Whenever he remembered, he would give Chen Yuan something to eat. What they pursued was that life and death were determined by fate, and wealth and honor were determined by God. It was no longer like before, when Chen Yuan was asked to eat the same thing as them. Chen Yuan was now only worthy of eating the leftovers. The leftovers were also very good, but before they left, Chen Yuan's eating and drinking were at the same level as theirs. Now that it had suddenly dropped to the lowest level, how could he introduce it? If he had not eaten those braised pork, 4 happiness meatballs, and various stews, if he was not Chen Yuan, he would be just an ordinary person struggling to survive in the end times. This little bit of leftovers was a luxurious meal for him, and he would probably miss it for a long time after he finished eating. But he was Chen Yuan. Chen Yuan, who thought he was extremely smart, didn't have strong supernatural powers, but he got a lot with his brain. Compared with other people, Chen Yuan's life was like that of an emperor. He had eaten a lot of good things, and his days were either enjoying or enjoying. These leftovers were a gift to ordinary people, but a humiliation to Chen Yuan. But he still wanted to live, so he could only suppress his resentment and eat the leftovers bite by bite. At the same time, he secretly swore in his heart that he must kill them no matter what. He died and they were still alive. That wouldn't work. Either they would die together, or they would die and he would live. However, Chen Yuan forgot that he could only stay in the kitchen and couldn't go out at all. It was almost impossible for him to kill them, unless he persuaded someone of them. But, except Lin Jun, the other 2 people had never been here. He couldn't see anyone else at all. Lin Muxue, who didn't know that someone was going to make trouble, was putting together a puzzle. This was not an ordinary puzzle. This puzzle had no pattern or pattern. It was a solid color puzzle, which was said to improve intelligence. Lin Muxue kept shouting about how smart he was, so Su Yinhe simply took out a jigsaw puzzle for him. She told him that if he could put the puzzle together, it meant he was very smart. Lin Muxue was happy. He thought that with his intelligence, he would definitely be able to put it together quickly, but who knew that after a long time, he only put together a small piece. And just now he found out that it seemed that he had made a mistake again. He was taking it apart again, and after taking it apart, he tried to put other pieces in. He failed again. He spent a long time. He only put together a puzzle the size of a palm. This puzzle has tens of thousands of pieces. How long will it take him to finish it? Woo woo woo. He will not be denied food if he can't finish it. Lin Muxue trembled while holding the puzzle. Food, food, food. His lovely food. He wanted it so much. He also wanted the braised pork and chicken legs that go with it. Slurp. Lin Muxue licked his lips. He was hungry. So hungry. The hungrier he was, the more he felt that this puzzle was not a good thing. Woo woo woo. It actually tortured him like this. He wanted to eat, eat. Although he had just eaten, he felt hungry again when he thought about eating. Lin Muxue decided that he wanted to be a glutton instead of a smart person. It's so good to be a glutton, so that he can eat. Eat, hungry. Su Yinhe looked at Lin Muxue, who was holding a small piece of puzzle and smiling like a fool, and was a little scared. How could he laugh while playing with a puzzle? He didn't look normal. Could he be having an epileptic seizure? This was her experience, so. Qi Yan, come and see Lin Muxue. Is he sick? Qi Yan appeared almost when Su Yinhe finished the last word. He glanced at Lin Muxue casually, then shook his head at Su Yinhe. No illness. It's normal to be a little silly, don't panic too much. Chapter 189 Game Experience. It's normal to be a little stupid. A little stupid. Stupid. Lin Muxue got angry and slammed the table. Who are you calling stupid? Who are you calling? Where's he stupid? Where's he stupid? Where? He's just not very smart, but what does that have to do with stupidity? You? Qi Yan glanced at him. Lin Muxue got even angrier. Forget it, I can't beat him. Lin Muxue had some self-knowledge, and finally sat down. Qi Yan glanced at him again. Lin Muxue dared to be angry but not to speak. He couldn't beat him, really couldn't beat him. Let's do the puzzle. If he spends more time, he will definitely be able to do it. But this puzzle is indeed a bit difficult to do. It took him several days to do it, and it's not the kind of puzzle that is done in the strict sense. Because when he got to the end, when there were only 3 pieces left, he found that these 3 pieces couldn't be put together no matter what. There was an extra bulge, and finally he asked Su Yinhe for a pair of scissors, cut off the bulge, and then put it together. I seriously suspect that this puzzle is assembled wrong. Lin Muxue was still muttering when he took the scissors to cut. It's not that he can't do it, it must be that this puzzle is done wrong. Su Yinhe, yes, you are right, you are so perfunctory. Lin Muxue looked resentful. Don't be so picky. I am agreeing with you. Don't care so much about other things, this will make everyone very tired, Su Yinhe said earnestly. But, Lin Muxue always felt that something was wrong. No buts. You are a smart person, you should understand what I mean, right? Lin Muxue didn't really understand, but he thought, if he said he didn't understand, it would prove that he was not a smart person, but he was a smart person, so he nodded affirmatively. Very good, go and play. Su Yinhe waved her hand, motioning him to play nearby, and threw another box of puzzles to him. This puzzle is an enhanced version, with a total of 10,000 yuan. It is enough for him to play for a few days. Lin Muxue walked away with the puzzle in his hand in a daze. Then Su Yinhe turned on his mobile phone and continued to watch videos. As Lin Muxue walked, he suddenly felt something was wrong. Didn't he just finish one box? Why is there another one? He didn't say he loved puzzles. Why did Yin give him another box? Damn. Is he a fool? He didn't even react just now. Lin Muxue had been doing puzzles for several days and was going crazy. He didn't really want to do any more puzzles for the time being, so after he threw a new box of puzzles in the room, he went to the kitchen to chat with Chen Yuan. I want to eat braised pork. As soon as Lin Muxue came in, Chen Yuan saw him and said this. Chen Yuan's usefulness was gone. The meals Lin Muxue sent recently were either rotten buns or leftover rice, and there were no vegetables. The rice had been stored for a long time and was hard. He could only soak it in water before he could eat it. Rice that had been stored for a long time was already unpalatable, and soaking it in water made it even more unpalatable. Chen Yuan became more and more annoyed the more he ate. He could barely bear it at first, but the more he ate, the harder it became. So, as soon as Lin Muxue came, he ordered dishes. Maybe it was because Lin Muxue had been too nice to him before, and the food and dishes he sent were all good. He knew that Lin Muxue didn't take him seriously and was trying to trick him. But at this time, he still had an illusion that Lin Muxue would agree. Soon, Lin Muxue broke this illusion. Braised pork? I don't even have anything to eat, and you still want to eat, Lin Muxue said unhappily. He couldn't even order food, so how could Chen Yuan, a prisoner, have the nerve to think that he could order food? Then let me go. He went home to eat. Let me go? That won't work. You sent people to assassinate us before, so many people. I roughly counted the number of people. How about this? Although you sent people to kill us before, I am a good person and I won't bother with you. I won't kill you. I will lock you up for as many days as you sent people before. When you have been locked up for enough days, I will let you go. Where can you find such a prison now? They even provide food. Lin Muxue thinks he is really kind. This is called not caring. Chen Yuan wanted to vomit blood. If this is not caring, what is it? Tell him, what is this? Don't worry, it will be quick. I've been very good to you, and I even provide meals for you. Do you know that I saved all this food from my own pocket? For example, he didn't dare to eat too much of the steamed bun in the morning. He remembered that Chen Yuan hadn't eaten, so he specially saved it for him. Chen Yuan really vomited blood this time. He was angry. Fuck. Why are you still vomiting blood? You are really too angry. Lin Muxue reacted quickly. Chen Yuan was spraying blood at him, and he quickly dodged to the side, but a little bit of blood still stained the corner of his clothes. You, get out. Chen Yuan's mouth was full of blood, and he pointed at him and then at the door with trembling hands. I can't roll. Qiyu has mysophobia. If I roll around on the ground, he will press me down and brush me with a brush. By then, my skin will be brushed off. Qiyan really did this before, and it hurt. Get out. Chen Yuan didn't want to talk to him anymore. He felt that he was going to be angry to death. You really can't roll. Hey, haven't you vomited blood? How do you still have the strength? Chen Yuan stood up and beat him out of the door. He is quite strong. Lin Muxue touched his arm and walked away gloomily. If he had known that Chen Yuan was so strong, he would not have saved the steamed buns and rice. For Chen Yuan's meal, he did not eat full in the morning for several days in a row. Since Chen Yuan is so strong, he must not be hungry. Then he can only have one meal a day in the future. It's just right that he can eat more. Eat more and grow taller. Within 2 days, Chen Yuan found that his meals changed from 2 meals a day to 1 meal a day. The amount was less. Lin Muxue did not chat with him anymore, and left after delivering the meal. He asked Lin Muxue how many days he would be locked up, but Lin Muxue ignored him. Chen Yuan was so angry. The remaining 2 people did not come at all. He wanted to sow discord, but he could not do it. Now Lin Muxue ignored him. Chen Yuan didn't know what was wrong with him, and he was actually a little lonely. Damn it. He wouldn't be. No, he definitely wouldn't be. Impossible. Lin Muxue also discovered that before when he talked to Chen Yuan ignored him and spoke badly to him. Now he ignored Chen Yuan, but Chen Yuan came to talk to him instead, with a very nice tone and trying to find something to talk about. But now is different from the past. He is already a mature Lin Muxue, and he doesn't need to talk to anyone. Because Su Yinhe recently found him a game console, he fell in love with it. He loved it so much that he didn't even want to eat. He was very obsessed with eating, and he even forgot to eat. You can imagine how much he loves game consoles. Not only did he play by himself, he also asked Qian to play. After Qian played for a few times, except for the time when he was not familiar with it, he won every time after he got the hang of it. For Lin Muxue, the game experience was very bad. After Qian won a few times, he felt it was meaningless and was too lazy to play. Then he asked Su Yinhe to play. As a result, Su Yinhe was too bad, and the game experience was even worse. If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelis. There you'll find the original version of this story and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 190 Sad Man. Su Yinhe left with the supermarket, leaving in a very clean and tidy manner. She left, and the supermarket was gone. The saddest people were those who had bought things from her at the Sun base and liked to buy things in the supermarket. For example, many members of the Cheetah Squad. For example, Xu Jiaoqin, who liked Su Yinhe and finally saved up enough crystal cores, wanted to meet Su Yinhe and chat with her. Another example was Qin Mingzhao. Gone, all gone, all gone. Those 2 left too, leaving me alone. Are we still friends? Qin Mingzhao was very sad. Boss, what's wrong with you? His younger brother was very surprised to see him in a state of disarray. The soul left the body. Qin Mingzhao was very sad. Ah, soul? Is there really such a thing? The younger brother didn't understand. I think so. Qin Mingzhao was so sad that he didn't want to think. Boss, the younger brother was hesitant to speak. What's the matter? The younger brother was a little embarrassed. Hey, boss, I still want to eat instant noodles. When can we eat again? It will probably take a long time. Qin Mingzhao was even sadder. I don't know why Qin Mingzhao wants it to be so long in the future. Qin Mingzhao used to be very generous. A few days ago, they told Qin Mingzhao when they wanted to eat, and Qin Mingzhao agreed without saying a word. He thought it would be easy. Unexpectedly, Qin Mingzhao refused today. These instant noodles are all I have left. I'll give them to you. If you eat them together, they will be gone in a few days. By then, I won't have eaten a few packs myself. If it was in the past, they would eat whatever they wanted. After all, he was a high-level psychic with a lot of crystal cores. If the crystal cores were gone, he could easily get a lot. But that was in the past. In the past, Yin still had supermarkets. But now, the supermarkets are gone. He has crystal cores but nowhere to buy them. He was a little busy some time ago and didn't go for a few days. He thought the supermarket would always be open. As a result, he didn't go for a few days, just a few days. As soon as he had time, he ran over. As a result, the building was empty. No, even the building was gone. It was bare. Not only was Yin gone, but the 2 men were gone too. It was obvious that they had gone with him. Damn it, it was really damned. Damn it, why didn't they take him with them? Was he unworthy? Was he unworthy? Damn it, damn it. Woohoo. When will he come back? He hasn't bought enough things yet. Will he be unable to buy anything in the future? Woohoo. He saved up so many crystal cores. He and others worked together to take on a dangerous mission from the base. After finally completing it, he didn't want anything else but the crystal cores, just to go to the supermarket to buy things. As a result, such a big supermarket was gone. He is so upset now. I don't understand Qin Mingzhao's sadness. I am not that great. Since I followed Qin Mingzhao, I have been praising Qin Mingzhao every day. He is also timid. Although he is a superpower, he is afraid to fight zombies, and he is also afraid of those mutant animals and plants that have mutated into strange and bizarre things. In addition, he is really good at praising. The boss he followed before also liked to listen to his flattery, so he always hid next to the boss, and hid in the safest place when he went out to work. He didn't exercise at all. Although he has superpowers. He awakened his superpowers early, but because of this, he is still a low-level superpower user. But fortunately, he is good at flattering and will choose the boss, so he rarely goes hungry. At least he is not hungry to the point of dying. He followed Qin Mingzhao and saved for a long time to save up a little bit of crystal cores. He went to the supermarket with Qin Mingzhao and spent it all at once. He didn't save up crystal cores later. Naturally, he never went to the supermarket to buy things again. So now he doesn't know that the supermarket is gone. Therefore, he doesn't understand Qin Mingzhao's sadness. He can't understand it. Qin Mingzhao can only be sad by himself. The younger brother has his own sadness. He doesn't have instant noodles to eat. Although rice is also good, instant noodles will make you miss them if you don't eat them for a long time. He hasn't touched instant noodles for 5 days. Woo 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 woo. The two people are sad together. Although they are not sad about the same thing, their emotions are the same. Qin Mingzhao was a little relieved to see his younger brother so sad. This younger brother was pretty good, he could flatter her, and was willing to accompany him in sadness. If the supermarket came back, he would buy instant noodles and give him a few more bags. After all, he had been with it for a long time. Damn it, will the supermarket come back? He really missed it. Xu Jiaoqin was also sad. She was with Yun Wujiu, and was afraid of giving birth to a child, so she wanted to buy condoms. Xu Jiaoqin didn't like children very much, and at this time, giving birth to a child was seeking death. She and Yun Wujiu were both high-level psychics, but they couldn't guarantee that they could really protect a little life. If you're not careful, it's 2 lives. It's hard for people to fight against nature. If it wasn't impossible to get a vasectomy now, Yun Wujiu would have gone to get a vasectomy. But now, the hospital is gone. Broken hands and feet have perished on their own. Vasectomy is even more impossible. So after they decided to sleep together, they wanted to go buy condoms. But the supermarket was gone. Gone. Condoms, naturally gone too. Xu Jiaoqin turned hostile in an instant. I take back what I said before, let's go back to our original relationship. Yun Wujiu, what? If we can't sleep together, does the relationship have to go back? Yun Wujiu thought so and asked it out loud. What else? I agreed to you because you have a good figure and a good face. If we can't sleep together, then let's continue to be pure teammates. Xu Jiaoqin was very ruthless. But, can't we just cover each other with the quilt? Don't even think about it, Xu Jiaoqin replied directly. Then she went to do her own thing. She had some desires recently, so when Yun Wujiu confessed, she agreed, thinking that she could buy condoms in the supermarket. But now the supermarket is gone, condoms are gone, and desires can't be solved by men. Then solve it yourself, or do more things to keep busy, and there will be no desire. If it weren't the end of the world now, she would find a math book and wilt at the first glance. What a pity. Xu Jiaoqin left so cleanly, leaving Yun Wujiu alone in the wind. The supermarket was gone, and his wife was gone too. Fuck. Supermarket. Will it come back? God bless him, he must come back. He wants a wife. He wants a sweet-smelling wife. He can't live without a wife. Yun Wujiu decided to make a wish to God every day, praying that the supermarket would come back. He was willing to not eat instant noodles or meat for a month. He just hoped that the supermarket would come back quickly. He wanted a sweet-smelling and soft wife. His wife, Wu. Xu Jiaoqin was sad, and Yun Wujiu was even sadder. There were a few more sad people at the sun base. Chapter 191 Satisfactory Answer. After the 3 of them stayed in the small villa for a few days, they went down to the underground city again. This time they had a purpose. Many women down there might have gotten used to this kind of life, but there must be some who don't like this kind of life, and there must be some who yearn for life on the ground. What they have to do is to help these women who want to go out. Take them to the ground. Maybe they will die as soon as they go out, maybe life up there will be very hard, far less comfortable than life underground. However, Everyone should have the right to choose. To be honest, this is a bit stupid. Only the three of them have time to do this kind of thing. This kind of boredom is useless in the eyes of most people, and it is even a superfluous thing. Women who want to leave are actually very easy to find. Just look at their eyes. The eyes of those who want to stay here are different from those who want to go out. There is light flashing in their eyes, and they yearn for freedom. They are trying to let them see the outside world. The first person they found was called Shen Qingren. The moment they saw Shen Qingren, they knew that she was different from others. When they first asked, Shen Qingren pretended to be stupid. "What did you say? What about up and down?" She looked around, her eyes dodging. They didn't know how shocked Shen Qingren was. After being captured, Shen Qingren had been fantasizing about going up. How could someone who had seen the outside world bear to live underground all the time? Obviously, she was also a superpower, and she could feed herself with her own abilities, so why did she have to use her body? Shen Qingren was not the kind of person who valued innocence very much. If necessary, when she was about to starve to death, she was willing to exchange her body for some food to keep herself alive. In the end times, innocence was worthless, and food in her life were more important. But it was not this kind of exchange. She felt that she could support herself, but after entering this base, she didn't even have the right to choose. They knocked her out and transported her to the underground city. She was locked in a small room with many women. Someone would give them lessons, let them change into cool clothes, and teach them how to show the curves of their bodies. Those who taught them told them that they would live in the underground city in the future, in this so-called place called the Garden of Eden. As long as they were obedient, they would not have to be exposed to the wind and sun, nor would they have to face those terrible natural disasters. They would have food to eat every day and a safe house to live in. And all this required them to wear cool clothes and stand on the street every day. There were many women in the house, some of whom had been exchanging their bodies for food since the end of the world. When they heard these benefits, they agreed without saying a word. Some felt that this place was safe and had food and drink, so they also agreed. There were also people like her who felt that they could survive on their own and did not want to stay here. For the first two types of people, the people who taught them praised them and rewarded them with boiled meat. For the latter type, they used needles dipped in salt water to prick them. Originally, they wanted to use whips, but they were afraid that it would damage their bodies and leave them with scars. They pricked them with needles and kicked them with feet, and finally locked these people up in a small dark room alone, without food or water. They said that they were asked to think about it, and when they thought clearly, they would be released. Some people endured it and finally died in there. Some people couldn't stand it anymore and begged to get out. Shen Qingren belongs to the latter. She gave in, but she didn't give in completely in her heart. Although she learned, she still yearned for life on the ground. At first, Shen Qingren felt lonely. But later, she joined an organization and found that there were many people like her. In order to survive, they chose to give in, but they always wanted to go out and see the sun outside. The lights here are too cold and too ruthless. The people in this organization have been looking for ways to get out, but they have failed. Someone really reached the ground, but there were no women on the ground in this base. She was discovered as soon as she went out, was beaten half to death, and was locked up for a few days. In the end, she came out as a corpse. The base would often send people to test them. If they found out anything, they would arrest them, starve them for a few days, and let them confess. There was a person in this organization who was captured. After being hungry for a few days, he couldn't stand it and told others about the organization. The people in the base sent people to capture him, and the organization lost more than half of its people, most of whom were veterans. Then they became very cautious and learned to play dumb. In the past, the base sent women to test. As women, they would trust each other more and were easily tested. This time, 3 men came to ask, is there no woman to help them test? Can only find men? Shen Qingren played dumb skillfully. And she was ready to see how these 3 men would test her. She is now a veteran. After all, she has been locked up dozens of times. Learning from each lesson, Shen Qingren has become very familiar with these routines. You really don't want to go up there. We found a passage. If you want to leave, you can go with us. Lin Muxue was responsible for talking to her. Leave? Why should I leave? It's so nice here. We have food and drink. It's pretty good. Shen Qingren was pretending to be stupid and deliberately speaking in a sarcastic way, but when she saw Lin Muxue's sincere eyes, she couldn't say it for some reason. Good? What's good about them? They are obviously not good at all. She didn't want to stay in this Garden of Eden, didn't want to exchange her body for food, and didn't want to learn those tricks to seduce people. She wanted to improve her superpowers, fight zombies, kill mutant animals, and get rid of mutant plants. She wanted to be a high-level superpower user. She knew that she was not strong. If she relied on herself, she might starve, eat one meal and eat another, or she might die. But she still wanted to go out and see the blue sky on the ground and the sun above the ground. She hadn't seen the sun for a long time. It's strange to say that before the end of the world, she thought about sun protection every day, applied sunscreen, and held an umbrella. She wished she could stay in the house every day and not see the sun. But when she really didn't see the sun, she wanted to bathe in the sun under the sun. Is it really good? Lin Muren's eyes met hers. Shen Qingren's eyelashes trembled slightly. And she avoided his eyes in embarrassment. Of course, we are so happy here, we just go out and stand for a while every day, and we won't be hungry all day. Isn't this the answer you want to hear? Go quickly. Go quickly after hearing a satisfactory answer. If she doesn't leave now, she will not be able to help but deny what she said. Chapter 192 Shen Qingren. But Lin Muren and the others did not leave, but continued to look at her. Do you think that this is the kind of life you want to live? Of course, I want to live a life of plenty. This kind of life is what I want, Shen Qingren said affirmatively on her face, but she was saying frantically in her heart, no, no, no. She didn't want to live this kind of life, she would rather starve and live the life she wanted. At least it was her own choice. A life like this, without even a choice, was not what she wanted. Really? I thought you were unwilling to stay here all the time, and I wanted to find a passage to take you away. It seems that I was wrong. Lin Muren apologized, then turned around and prepared to leave with Qian and Su Yinhe. Shen Qingren knew that they might be fishing, they might be liars, and she shouldn't continue asking. But when she heard about the passage to leave, she couldn't help herself. They really looked for a way to leave the Garden of Eden for a long time. She had always wanted to find it. So when she heard this, even though she knew it might be fake, if she continued to ask, she might fall into a trap and might bring danger to the people in the organization, but she still asked. She was really too eager. Are you telling the truth? You are lying to me. Lin Muren paused, then turned around. Do you want to know? Come with us, we will show you the world outside. We will show you the world you haven't seen for a long time and the world you have been missing. Shen Qingren felt that she might be crazy. She actually followed them just because of a few words from this man. Shen Qingren followed behind them, secretly looking at them. She was ready. If something went wrong, she would run away immediately. But she didn't know if she could run away. If she didn't run away and failed to tell the organization about the 3 scammers, what if more people in the organization were deceived? If they were scammers, they would definitely not just deceive her. As the road became more and more remote, Shen Qingren was almost certain that the 3 of them were scammers. It was a pity that she never saw the sun again until she died. The more Shen Qingren thought about it, the sadder she became. In the end, her soul left her body and only her feet were moving mechanically. This led to her crying when she saw the sun on the ground again. She was so shocked that she stared at the sun for a long time, tears flowing from her eyes. I came out? I really came out. Shen Qingren enjoyed the sunshine for a long time, and finally realized that she came out simply like that. Just now, the road we took, leads to the ground, right? Shen Qingren was very excited, holding Lin Muren's hands tightly, and her tone was urgent. What else? Damn. How can you be so strong? My hands are about to be engorged with blood. Let go a little, it hurts. Lin Muren just said otherwise, and his hand was almost broken by Shen Qingren. It hurts, it really hurts. Shen Qingren looked ordinary, but I didn't expect her to be so strong. Just now when they were walking in the passage, Shen Qingren's soul left her body, and she answered whatever he asked. Lin Muren took the opportunity to ask a lot of questions, almost asking about her ancestors. Lin Muren reacted so strongly that Shen Qingren loosened her grip a little, but continued to hold on. Lin Muren, the key is that it still hurts. Woohoo! It hurts so much? Shen Qingren is very excited now. How can she not be excited? This is the passage from the Garden of Eden to the ground. They can leave. And leave safely. It's not like before. If you want to leave, you have to seduce men, please those men, get the key, Get the information. This time, you can get out of the passage directly. Shen Qingren was so excited that she couldn't help herself, and then Lin Muren was miserable. Both of her hands were red from being grabbed, and she had to keep answering Shen Qingren's questions. Shen Qingren asked the same question again and again, repeatedly confirming, but she still couldn't believe it. Shen Qingren asked Lin Muren about the passage. It was obviously a few simple sentences, but she asked it over and over again. Lin Muren told her again and again, over and over again. What happened next went unexpectedly smoothly. Lin Muren originally thought that they would have to continue, looking for the destined person, the next woman who wanted to leave here and go to the surface. But it seems that they have made a big mistake. Shen Qingren went to the surface once, and then went down again. After going down, he went straight to the organization and discussed with the people in the organization again and again. In the end, he didn't know how to discuss it. Shen Qingren ran to ask for their opinions. After learning that they had no objection, Shen Qingren organized people to leave. Batch after batch, it went incredibly smoothly. Then Lin Muren found that there was no place for them to use their skills. Shen Qingren could handle everything by herself. She would organize people and take them away. Their only role seemed to be to watch them. It was a bit too easy. Lin Muren actually felt a little guilty. Su Yinhe and Xian were very calm. The two of them were right next to them, doing what they had to do. They were not affected at all. So, he was the only one affected. Is it because he is too moral? He thought he had no morals. Lin Muren touched the position of her heart and felt her heartbeat was a little fast. They thought this was a big project, but they didn't expect that the framework of this project had been completed long ago. They didn't need to do anything more, they could build it themselves. All the people in Shen Qingren's organization went to the ground, but in the end a few went down again. Because they wanted to wake up more people. They had seen the sun they had dreamed of, and they finally escaped. Logically, they shouldn't go back. But they wanted to save more women, and wanted the women below to know that life above also gave them more choices. They knew that there were women like them who always wanted to get out, and some who wanted to lie down and thought that selling beauty was a good way to survive, and they were unwilling to make any changes. They didn't force it, everyone had their own aspirations, they just provided everyone with choices. This was very dangerous. If they were caught, they probably wouldn't survive. They had just seen the sun above, and they were reluctant to leave. But they had more important things, they wanted to help other women like them. Lin Muren just looked at her and handled everything by herself. They have no use at all. Lin Muren, I always feel something is wrong, but I can't put my finger on it, then it should be right, Su Yinhe replied without even raising her head. Lin Muren, how can that be? You can't just treat people perfunctorily like this. Chapter 193 Exchange with him. Yes, of course, don't you know, seeing Su Yinhe slightly contemptuous eyes, Lin Muren said impulsively, of course I know. How could I not know? I know, that's good, go play. Have you finished the puzzle, Lin Muren? Just chat, why do you have to talk about the puzzle? Really? I'll go see if there's anyone who needs help. Lin Muren changed the subject very abruptly. Su Yinhe, if you don't want to do it, just say so, I won't despise you, but you think I can't do it? Lin Muren pouted, a man can't say no. Although he really can't do it. Woo 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 woo. Damn it. Which bastard invented this kind of puzzle? Is it interesting? It's meaningless, just to torture him. Damn it, woo woo woo. Lin Muren ran away. He said he went to help, but in fact those people didn't need his help at all. Those who wanted to leave had already sneaked out. Some wanted to be alone, so they went alone. Some did not want to be separated from their sisters, so they found a place outside the base that was high and barely sheltered from the wind and rain as their home. On the first day out, they faced a lack of food. Now that they were out, they could no longer eat at mealtime like before. They now had to find and make their own food. There were a few people with special abilities inside, and they were responsible for going out to find food, while the rest began to decorate their future home. The food brought back by those who went out to find food was not much, and it was not enough to feed everyone, and the food was also very unpalatable and difficult to swallow. However, everyone ate it very cherished and satisfied. This was food they found with their own abilities, not in exchange for their bodies. This kind of food was really delicious. They had an orderly division of labor, and everyone had their own things to do. Life outside was a little difficult for them to adapt to after staying in the underground city for a long time, but no one complained, and no one wanted to go back underground because it was difficult to adapt to life above. They were struggling to adapt to life on the ground again and face the cruelty of the end of the world disaster. Lin Muxue was the one who helped them. When he went there, everyone was very grateful to him, but they didn't ask him for help. "You have helped us enough. We can handle the rest by ourselves." Lin Muxue was like this, with nothing to do. Even because he came here, they had to assign someone to chat with him, which seriously affected their work efficiency. Lin Muxue asked the person who was chatting to do his own thing. The person who was chatting refused at first, saying that he was willing to chat with Lin Muxue, but Lin Muxue said a few more words that it was okay for him to be alone. The person who was chatting might really have something to do, so he hurried to work. Lin Muxue held his chin and watched them busying around, feeling that he was redundant. Woo 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 woo. But he really wanted to help. Lin Muxue felt like a bit of a waste. He sat for a while and left. He went back to find Su Yinhe. "You asked me if I can move the supermarket to another place and do business with him." Su Yinhe was surprised. To be honest, she hadn't opened a supermarket for so long that she almost forgot that she had a supermarket in a place full of green plants. If Lin Muxue hadn't reminded her, she really didn't remember it for a while. "Sure. But, do they have anything to exchange?" Although she sympathized with them and was willing to help them, she wouldn't let them get away with it for free. She had seen them, and they didn't have any jewelry, let alone gold. As for crystal cores, although there were psychics among them, the people at the sweetheart base didn't intend to let them be psychics properly when they locked them up. They wouldn't give them crystal cores at all. So they are now penniless. Except for one person, they have nothing else. After they went out, they found a cave. The cave was very deep and dark, and there was nothing in it. It was she and Xi Yan who contributed brooms and shovels to them so that they could clean the cave. Then Xi Yan gave them the furniture he had collected in the small villa before, so that they could barely have a place to sit and a bed to sleep. When they came out, their clothes had very little fabric. At night, the temperature on the ground was much lower than that underground. Their two thin pieces of fabric could not withstand it at all. In the end, it was Xi Yan who dug out a pile of clothes from the space. He also gave them some quilts. Xi Yan's space really had a lot of things. In short, many of the things they were using now were given by her and Xi Yan. She could open a supermarket next to their cave, but the problem was, could they afford it? It couldn't be given away for free. Oh, there are people with superpowers among them. Although they are very weak now, it is not a problem to kill a few zombies. Low-level zombies can be killed without superpowers. There are many of them, and it is easy to kill a few zombies together. The things sold in your supermarket are cheap, so you can definitely exchange them. But, you may not make so much money. They are not many, but not few. They are weak, but not too weak, and strong, but not strong. They definitely can't exchange so many crystal cores and gold and silver jewelry like those who came to the supermarket to buy things before. You can make money, but the money will shrink a lot. Okay, open it. It's good to open it. Anyway, it's a business with no capital. The money she invested in opening the supermarket has long been earned back 10 times and 100 times. Money is now just a number to her. It's too long, she doesn't know how to spend it. She can make a lot or a little, as long as she can open it. What she is afraid of is that she opens a supermarket there, and no one comes to buy things after waiting for a long time. Isn't this embarrassing? After making the decision, Su Yinhe, Xi Yan and Lin Muxue went to the cave where they lived again. They were working hard now, but when they saw them, everyone stopped, greeted them, and thanked them for their help. Su Yinhe's face was almost frozen with laughter before she finally got rid of them. She came to see the terrain. She wanted to find a suitable place to put the supermarket there. There was a piece of land next to their cave. It was not far away, nor was it particularly close. Although it was a bit steep, it was not a big problem. She believed in the supermarket that had been transformed by the system. Okay, that's it. After choosing a place, Su Yinhe turned on the tablet and controlled the transfer of the supermarket on the tablet. Logically, she should go back to the supermarket and then transfer. But they had spent a lot of time and energy coming from the supermarket to the sweetheart base before. And Su Yinhe really didn't want to be so tired again. The supermarket has grown up and can move on its own. She set a timer and let the supermarket fly over again at night. Chapter 194. So long. Although the supermarket came quietly at night. But the women living in the cave were still shocked when they saw the supermarket when they went out to work early the next morning. They went to see it together, and they were even more shocked when they saw who was sitting in the supermarket. However, these were not the most shocking things for them. The most shocking thing was that this supermarket had a lot of things they needed, and these things just needed to be exchanged for crystal cores. When Lin Muxue first said that they wanted to exchange for crystal cores, they thought that at least they had to take high-level crystal cores such as level 10 crystal cores. But unexpectedly, level 1 crystal cores were also fine. Although the money for level 1 crystal cores is not much, it can be exchanged for money. A little bit makes a lot, and then they can buy food and all kinds of things they want. They can't get high-level crystal cores, but they can't get low-level crystal cores. So, on this day, all the women who were originally busy with their own things were in a mess. They all stopped their original work and went out to find zombies together. After they entered the supermarket, they were eager to go in and have a look. Su Yinhe told them that they could go in and take a look without buying anything. She clearly saw that after hearing this, they all swallowed their saliva. Their eyes were full of desire, they really wanted to go in and take a look. But they all refused. No, we'll go find the crystal core now, and we will definitely come to buy something. Although they haven't completely entered yet, from here, they can see the tip of the iceberg, and they can imagine how many things are inside. However, they don't have money now, and if they go in like this, they can't buy anything. They can only look, even if they want it very much, they can't buy it. It's better not to look. They believe that if they work together, they will definitely get the crystal core. It's just a few zombies. They are not powerful, but they are still a lot of people. And a few zombies are just a few zombies, which can be dealt with. They asked clearly and knew that the supermarket would be open for a while, so they went out to find zombies with peace of mind. They want crystal cores. To buy things. Kiki, I saw spicy strips in there. Huahu pulled Kiki's clothes and whispered to her. I didn't like spicy strips before, I thought it was unhealthy, but I just saw it and suddenly I like it. It must be delicious. Huahu swallowed her saliva. Let's go find zombies and dig crystal cores, and then I'll buy you spicy strips. Kiki clapped her hands. Okay, then 2 packs. Huahu raised 2 fingers. Okay, 2 packs is 2 packs, Kiki promised. However, crystal cores are not as easy to get as they imagined. They really haven't come out for too long, and they have been spoiled underground. The first time they found zombies, facing zombies, even 2 very low-level zombies that ordinary people can easily kill, they also had many accidents. There were so many people, but someone was almost bitten. The person who was almost bitten turned pale. But looking at the crystal core dug out of the zombie's brain, she didn't care about being afraid or afraid of getting dirty, and kept smiling foolishly while touching the crystal core. Ideals are beautiful, but reality is very skinny. There were so many of them, busy all day, and they didn't go back until dark. And they only got a dozen low-level crystal cores. The money they got from the supermarket was very little. Not even enough to buy a bag of rice. They discussed it and finally decided to buy noodles. They bought a few bags of noodles, a bag of salt, and an iron bowl. They couldn't even afford oil. Kiki didn't buy the spicy strips that Huahu wanted. Kiki broke her promise, but Huahu was still very happy. Because she could eat noodles. Cooked noodles. Only a little salt was added to the noodles, and the taste was not good, but they still cried while eating. They ate noodles. If they worked harder, would instant noodles be far away? When they bought noodles, they looked at them several times. When they saw them, they recalled the deliciousness of instant noodles. Instant noodles are much more delicious than noodles with clear soup. However, instant noodles cost 2.5 yuan a bag, and it was only enough for one person. It's not as cost-effective as noodles. The supermarket will continue to open. They believe that as long as they work hard, continue to kill zombies, and find more crystal cores, they will have everything. Instant noodles, and bags of white rice, canned meat, ham sausage. I don't want to think about it anymore. If I think about it again, I will suffer from insomnia. I have to go out to find zombies tomorrow. Su Yinhe's supermarket has reopened. The daily turnover is not high, or even very low, but she is still happy. Because everyone who comes to buy things has a smile on their face, and they smile happily, and Su Yinhe is also happy to see it. They have struggled for more than 10 days and finally got the hang of it. The speed of killing zombies is also faster, And they find more crystal cores every day. They go to the supermarket to buy things every day, decorate their caves, and store food. After all, they didn't buy spicy noodles. These are too expensive. It is more cost-effective to buy bags of rice and noodles. They are happy every day and full of hope for life. They can eat enough now, even more than when they were underground. And these foods are obtained by their own hands. It is tiring, but they are all very happy, really happy. Lin Muxue is also very happy to see it, and feels that he has done a good thing again. They had sneaked out of the sweetheart base and ran outside to open a supermarket, having a great time. Then Lin Muxue forgot that there was still a person locked in the kitchen of the small villa. Chen Yuan was hungry again, $. When Lin Muxue remembered and hurriedly brought the food back, Chen Yuan was so hungry that he was breathing in more and breathing out less. But it was better than last time. At least he was still conscious and would not splash water this time. He didn't have so much water now, and Qi Yan didn't come with him. Qi Yan and Yin were still in the supermarket, so he was kind enough to leave the supermarket to save Chen Yuan. He only brought a bottle of mineral water. Chen Yuan wolfed down the rice that Lin Muxue brought. The white, pure rice was a little hard and choking. Chen Yuan ate too quickly and rolled his eyes because of choking, but he didn't want to spit it out. Lin Muxue has been sending him less and less food recently. Chen Yuan started out by disliking the poor food, then he just wanted to be full. And now, he just wanted to avoid starving to death. His requirements were getting lower and lower. But he just wanted to live. What was wrong with him? Chen Yuan knew that the three of them had recently left the villa. He didn't care where they went. What he cared about was why he was still locked up after they left. How long would he be locked up? Could they really let him go? How many people did he send over there? Why did it take so long, so long, so long? Chapter 195, Personal Belongings. There were so many women escaping from the Garden of Eden that the people at the sweetheart base seemed to have noticed. To enter the underground city, more food had to be handed in. On the streets of the underground city, people often patrolled and questioned suspicious people. One of the people from their organization who went down again was caught and died. They mourned for her and then continued to fight. They couldn't let her die in vain. They had to continue to do what she had to do. The number of people in the underground city decreased visibly. There was no way. The food that had to be handed in almost doubled. The standard was high before, and now it was even higher, so naturally fewer people came down. Chen Yuan's superior only realized at this time that he had lost a subordinate. He was originally drunk and didn't want to care about anything, but the superiors gave an order and he had to be sober. To be honest, it was quite annoying. At least he just didn't want to go to work and just wanted to continue to be drunk and dream. He didn't care about his subordinates. Let them die. People will always die, early or late. In his eyes, it's all the same. But Chen Yuan didn't know that his superiors had discovered that he was missing, but they had no intention of looking for him. He had had a chance to be rescued. Chen Yuan was now in a state worse than death. He often thought that it would be better to die, but he also felt that it was better to live than to die. He was now like a pile of mud, lying on the ground, not wanting to move at all. Lin Muxue didn't go there often now. He had more important things to do. Chen Yuan was no longer the first person in his mind. In his eyes, there were now stars and seas. Those women put aside other things for the time being and concentrated on finding zombies, killing zombies, and digging crystal cores. There were not many zombies they could kill, because only half of them were superpowers, and among these half of superpowers, they were all low-level superpowers, so they killed zombies and collected crystal cores very slowly. After Lin Muxue learned about it, he immediately joined them and helped them kill zombies and get crystal cores. They were moved with tears in their eyes. Under their eye attacks, Lin Muxue helped more vigorously, as if he was one of them. He is so busy now that he has no time to care about Chen Yuan. With the help of Lin Muxue, they collected crystal cores faster and faster, and bought more and more supplies from the supermarket. But they still didn't buy spicy strips. They bought bags of rice and bags of noodles. Their new home was crowded, but this crowding gave them a great sense of security. Although they were very tired every day, as long as they returned to their home and saw the full supplies inside, the sense of security and satisfaction in their hearts was indescribable. This sense of satisfaction and security was not comparable to the previous life in the Garden of Eden. Life in the Garden of Eden was empty. They did the same thing every day, doing things they hated. They hated that behavior so much, but they had to do it. They smiled at each other, but their hearts were full of boredom. What they did now was also repetitive, and it was almost the same every day, but it was full of hope. They would have expectations for the new day. When they went to bed every day, they would think about how many crystal cores they could get tomorrow and how many things those crystal cores could buy. They went into the supermarket, where to go, whether to look at the candies and fruits. Lin Muxue felt that after hanging out with them for a long time, he had changed from a salted fish to a salted fish full of energy. He followed them around, and his daily appetite increased. He ate a lot to begin with, and now he eats even more. There was no leftovers. Poor Chen Yuan, the food he had not had much to begin with, now it was even less. Chen Yuan is now dying. Just when Chen Yuan thought he was going to die, Lin Muxue suddenly let him go. When Chen Yuan heard this, he thought he had heard it wrong. What did you say? Go. Really let him go? Could it be that he was playing a trick on him? After being locked up for so long, he no longer believed what Lin Muxue said before. He thought that Lin Muxue was deliberately telling lies and holding a carrot in front of him to hang him, just to make him full of hope and not to commit suicide. In fact, he would never let him go. But what did he hear now? Chen Yuan looked at Lin Muxue with a suspicious look in his somewhat turbid eyes. Lin Muxue locked up Chen Yuan, and did nothing except starve him, but Chen Yuan was no longer human after being locked up for so many days. His originally straight back had become hunched, and now he was too lazy to even stand up, just lying on the ground. Yes. The time is up, goodbye, Lin Muxue nodded. In fact, there was still one day left, but he was too lazy to come again tomorrow. The zombies nearby were almost wiped out by them. Although they were not completely gone, it would take a long time to find them now, and the crystal cores they got in the end were few. They felt that this was not worth it. So they planned to go to a farther place to find zombies, kill zombies, and take out crystal cores. If they went to a farther place, they might have to stay overnight. They would leave this afternoon, and he would go with them. Before leaving, he thought that there was still someone locked up here, so he came here to let him go. After Lin Muxue finished speaking, he left. It was almost time to leave, so he hurried back. Although they were definitely willing to wait for him, he was embarrassed. He would feel embarrassed if so many people waited for him alone. All the chains on Chen Yuan were untied, and he felt that he suddenly became much lighter. When he stood up again, he felt light, as if he was stepping on clouds, and his feet could not land on solid ground. When he walked, he took the first step tentatively. He took a few more steps forward, and when he found that he could really walk, he knelt down, covered his face and laughed, and then began to cry again. He could finally walk, and this life of being neither human nor ghost was finally over. Chen Yuan had not changed his clothes for so many days, and there was a foul smell on his body, and he looked very sloppy. He ran and walked, and finally returned to his home. However, when he returned home, he found that his home was gone. He had disappeared for so many days, and his so-called friends, or enemies, had already visited his home. His home now only had a room left. Except for some supplies he had hidden, everything else was gone. If he hadn't hidden supplies, he would have returned to the pre-liberation era. If it were before, Chen Yuan would definitely be very angry. But now that he came back and saw this scene, he was not too angry. He was very happy now because he was out of that kitchen. He had lived there for so many days, eating, drinking, defecating and urinating in that kitchen. You can imagine how bad the environment in that kitchen was. He was free now, and he didn't care about anything else. The most important thing was that he didn't have to be locked up anymore. Everything else was just material possessions. Chapter 196. A pond. Su Yinhe's supermarket is open, but there is only one wave of customers, usually coming after dark. So she is relaxed all day. Although she doesn't have to do anything when they come to buy things, there is a small robot at the cash register, so it's quite relaxed. But since they knew she was a woman, they have been pestering her. Every time they come to buy things, they will come to chat with her and ask questions. Especially after knowing that she is the owner of the supermarket, their admiration for her is like a torrent of water, and they will praise her every time they come. Some of the younger ones directly regard her as an idol. They even aspire to open a supermarket and become big bosses in the future. Su Yinhe, it's okay to open a supermarket, but there are no suppliers. Unless one of them is also hit by a novice system. By the way, when will her lovely ones come to find her? She has consumed more than half of the food she packed in her original world. If she had known that she would consume so much, she would buy more. She is afraid that she will not have enough to eat. Now most of the time, she cooks her own meals. The food she brought back from her world was only eaten when she had a good meal. But because Lin Muxue was such a big eater and he was very good at pretending to be pitiful, a lot of food in her space would disappear if she wasn't careful. She felt very sad when she thought that the food that disappeared was taken by her. She really missed Tongzi now. It seems that Tongzi's current host is not good. Not as good as the last one. Speaking of those women, they really like Su Yinhe. Lin Muxue, who helps them every day, can't compare to her. Although Lin Muxue always helps, for some reason, they still like Su Yinhe more. Maybe it's because during the time in the Garden of Eden, they all have a resistance to men and prefer Su Yinhe, who is the same gender as them. They knew that Su Yinhe and his friends had been to other bases before, and they were very excited. They asked Su Yinhe about the sun base and the apple base. After Su Yinhe told them roughly, they were obviously more interested in the apple base where they could eat apples. There was excitement in their eyes, and they became more and more excited as they listened. Do you want to go? Yes. We shouldn't stay here forever, this is just a temporary place to stay. Their current location is too close to the Sweetheart Base. The Sweetheart Base does not send people out now, and no one is outside because the plants have grown too wildly during this period, and they are forced to shrink inside the base. But when the next natural disaster comes, they may come out. Their not-so-hidden home will be discovered. If they are discovered, they will have to return to the Garden of Eden, and their fate will be even more miserable than before. They have fallen in love with life outside, and returning to their original life again would be worse than asking them to die. So, they have to move away from here. Go to a new base. The conditions of the apple base are very attractive to them, and they also have a good impression of Lin Muxue, the leader of the base. In their words, a person who likes apple trees can't be that bad. Su Yinhe found it difficult to comment on this. She chose to keep her mouth shut. They were so excited, and she couldn't say anything else to hit them. However, in this world, you still shouldn't trust a person too much. If you make a mistake, you will die. Or it's worse than death. Seeing that Su Yinhe was so popular, Lin Muxue was very jealous. I run around day after day, helping them kill zombies and dig crystal cores. My hands are almost broken. But they actually like you more. Is there any justice in the world? I don't accept it, Lin Muxue muttered in Su Yinhe's ear. You can go to heaven and ask if there is justice in the world. But don't ask me, I'm just an ordinary supermarket owner. An ordinary supermarket owner? This sentence doesn't make sense. How can a supermarket owner be ordinary? In this year, he has only seen Yin open a supermarket. And it's so big. Although he has been in the supermarket for so long, Lin Muxue still envy him. Every time he goes into shop, he has a spiritual shock. Oh my god, so many things. How long will it take him to eat? Lin Muxue thinks that if there is no apocalypse, being the owner of a big supermarket must be very happy. He recruits some employees, and then lies down and collects money every day. How happy it is. Unfortunately, this kind of happiness is too far away now. For him, let alone opening a supermarket, as long as those natural disasters don't come again, he will be happy. Not only him, but everyone will be happy. If there were no natural disasters, as long as they were given time, they would be able to rebuild their homes sooner or later. Restore the prosperity of 10 years ago. I think it's a perfect match. Su Yinhe pushed her glasses. She has been staying up late to watch TV series recently, and her eyesight is not very good. She now has to wear blue light blocking glasses when playing with her mobile phone, which can protect her from blue light. Your supermarket, you have the final say. What do we eat tonight? Su Yinhe paused when pushing her glasses. She really didn't understand why the topic changed to what to eat tonight. Lin Muxue didn't change it at all. I'm fine with anything. She is not very picky. There are very few things she doesn't like, and there is nothing she particularly likes. She still has some difficulty in making choices. But when she eats with the two of them, she never has difficulty in making choices. Just listen to their opinions, and she doesn't have to make a choice. Hey, then let's eat beggar's chicken. Let's do it now. This is what Lin Muxue has been wanting to eat these 2 days. He followed them out to find zombies a few days ago and saw a mutant plant with leaves that looked like lotus leaves. It was very cruel. It looked ordinary, but if something touched the leaf, the lotus-like leaf would quickly wrap up, And when it was opened, there would be nothing inside. The leaves were big and small, the largest could wrap several people, and the smallest could wrap a person's fingers. And when the leaf wrapped, it would become very hard. If you are not careful, your fingers will be broken directly if they are wrapped. It's scary. When he saw it was so much like a lotus leaf, he wanted to touch it. He hadn't seen a lotus leaf for a long time. The last time he saw it was the last time. If he hadn't seen a mutant fly passing by being swallowed by the lotus leaf, he might have lost his fingers. After the fly mutated, it became very large and grew a hard shell. Ordinary psychics couldn't do anything with a mutant fly. And that mutant fly, although of a high level, was still eaten by the lotus leaf. It was so easy that the mutant fly didn't even have time to struggle. Although the lotus leaf was a little bit cruel, it didn't stop him from thinking of the beggar's chicken. Thinking of the aroma and taste of beggar's chicken, Lin Muxue drooled like crazy. If you want to eat it, go to the supermarket and get the ingredients. Lotus leaves? There are dried lotus leaves in the supermarket. Qian has them. I remember he bought a pond. Su Yinhe. This can also be bought. If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelis. There you'll find the original version of this story and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 197. They came out. Facts have proved that it can be harvested. It's just a pond. Qian took out the lotus leaves, and Lin Muxue ran to make beggar chicken with the lotus leaves. Not only that, he went further and asked for lotus leaves, lotus seeds and lotus roots. Lin Muxue went further with Qian's murderous eyes. Qian didn't touch him in the end, and gave him lotus leaves, lotus roots and lotus seeds. Lin Muxue made 3 beggar chickens. Su Yinhe, 3? How to make so many? According to Lin Muxue's idea, it is 1 for each of us, just right. He arranged it perfectly. Su Yinhe, where is just right? Can she finish one? Can Qian finish one? She can eat 2 legs at most. It's about the same for her and Qian to eat 1 each. I'm here. I'm willing to help you share the burden. Lin Muxue's calculations were very clear. Su Yinhe, okay, as long as you are happy. After all, he made it, and people who don't cook have no right to complain about food. She just had to wait quietly for the food. How should I put it? The beggar's chicken made by Lin Muxue was between ordinary and extraordinary. This was the most unique beggar's chicken she had eaten. She and Qian shared one. To be more precise, they each had a leg, and the rest went into Lin Muxue's stomach. When Lin Muxue finished eating, he kept burping while holding his stomach. Although he was full, he was still thinking about eating it next time. It's delicious. It's worthy of being the beggar's chicken made by me. Yeah, it's great. The beggar's chicken was quite big. She ate a chicken leg and drank a beverage, so she felt a little full. Lin Muxue wanted to praise it, so she did too. Although it was a bit perfunctory, the intention was there. Besides, he couldn't tell. Lin Muxue was very happy to hear her perfunctory praise. Then he was very happy and wanted to make some special dishes for her. Su Yinhe looked at the special dishes he made and fell silent. It's very well done. Don't make it next time. Do you dislike me? No, you do dislike me. Yes, you are right. Wow. You really dislike me. Wow. My cooking is so good, but you don't like it. You have no taste. Wow. Su Yinhe. Beat him to death. Is it over? Although Lin Muxue cried miserably, he still insisted on continuing to cook the dishes he researched for Su Yinhe. Su Yinhe was very upset. She finally understood what it meant to be in a mess. Damn it. Wow. She wanted to cry too. The key point is, Lin Muxue, he cooked the dishes only for her to eat. He was a little afraid that Qian would get angry, so he didn't dare to let Qian eat. He was afraid in his heart, but he had to be tough on the surface. He doesn't deserve it. I won't give him to eat. I will only give it to you, Yin, Su Yinhe, thank you. Torturing me like this. She really cried to death. Fortunately, Su Yinhe was not the only one who suffered this pain. There were also those women who suffered with her. Lin Muxue had recently made a lot of new dishes, and Su Yinhe could not finish them all by herself, so she naturally shared them with him. They cherished food very much now, and they simply treated the free food as if it was free money. Although it tasted terrible, they still ate it. They ate it all with twisted faces. Lin Muxue gave her a lot of portions, and they would not be hungry for the whole day after eating. Seeing this, Lin Muxue was very satisfied. It was worthy of his help. He had vision. Very vision. Lin Muxue was excited and paid more attention to their affairs. They were very moved. How could there be such a person in the world, who not only gave away food for free, but also helped every day? If Lin Muxue was a woman, they would take him home. Unfortunately, he was not. This was the pain in everyone's heart. Lin Muxue didn't know yet, he was thinking about how to help them better. They actually hoped that he was a woman. Lin Muxue had completely forgotten Chen Yuan, who had been released. Chen Yuan is now living a life that is neither good nor bad. When Chen Yuan appeared again, the most unhappy people were those who thought Chen Yuan was gone and took the opportunity to rob his house. They thought he was dead, so they took the opportunity to divide up. Who knew that Chen Yuan, the old man, was not dead? Everyone knows that Chen Yuan has a clever mouth and can turn black into white and white into black. Although Chen Yuan disappeared for a while, the people above him had almost forgotten him. But Chen Yuan is back now, and he wants to meet the people above. With his clever mouth, those who are taking advantage of the situation will definitely not get anything good. They thought Chen Yuan would retaliate against them, because Chen Yuan used to be such a person, and he would never give up. Those who felt that they had offended Chen Yuan began to transfer their food reserves after they found out that Chen Yuan was back. Some simply ran away. They ran away in a hurry and left a lot of things behind. Anyone who took Chen Yuan's things felt very unlucky. Why didn't he die outside? Why did he come back after disappearing for such a long time? Damn it. If he died, he should die peacefully. Since he disappeared, he should not come back. Chen Yuan will take revenge on them. This is the unanimous thought of all those who took Chen Yuan's things and took advantage of his misfortune. They were just waiting for Chen Yuan to make trouble. But to everyone's surprise, Chen Yuan had been back for so many days without any movement. He didn't even go out. Chen Yuan used to go out every day to patrol, and they thought he was pretending to be a good person. Obviously, none of them were good people, but Chen Yuan had to pretend to be a good person and fool those ordinary people every day. Those ordinary people were really unlucky. They were fooled like this every day. Chen Yuan was the one who harmed them, but they didn't know it yet, and they had to be grateful to Chen Yuan. They were not good people, but they found this scene funny and thought those people were stupid to death. Then, they laughed, and began to think about a question. Would it be possible that in Chen Yuan's heart, they were also stupid to death like those ordinary people? Well, now they couldn't laugh anymore. After they found out that Chen Yuan was back, they were really worried that Chen Yuan would retaliate. To be precise, they were not worried, they were sure that he would retaliate. But Chen Yuan did nothing. After he came back and saw an empty house, he didn't react at all. It's unscientific, really unscientific. He didn't move at all. He just stayed at home and didn't even flatter. Chen Yuan is really good at flattering. His flattering skills are worthy of everyone's jealousy. Chen Yuan's flattery is not obvious, but the people who are flattered will be very happy to hear it. Then they will give Chen Yuan a lot of benefits. And these benefits are usually paid by them. They paid. Chapter 198, Crawling with Ants. They dare not blame the people above, so they can only blame Chen Yuan, the flatterer. Many people, hate Chen Yuan and hate his ability to talk. Some people, who obviously do nothing, can take all the credit with their mouths. How can such people be liked? Of course, on the surface, they are all Chen Yuan's good friends and good brothers. False friendship looks more real than real friendship. But they all know that fake is fake, no matter how they pretend, it is fake. They see that Chen Yuan has benefits, and these so-called good friends of Chen Yuan will not be happy at all. And Chen Yuan will never be happy when he sees any benefits from them, but will rely on his mouth to snatch their benefits. In fact, on the day Chen Yuan came back, 3 waves of people wanted to kill him. Since Chen Yuan disappeared, he will disappear forever. But it was very strange. The 3 waves of people entered Chen Yuan's home and wanted to kill Chen Yuan, but they couldn't even find Chen Yuan. But Chen Yuan never left at all. He was always at home, but the 3 waves of people couldn't find Chen Yuan no matter what. Although he was assassinated on the first day after returning, Chen Yuan still did not take any special actions. Is he preparing a big move? They were a little scared. However, 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. Chen Yuan still did not respond, and did not go to his superiors, and stayed at home every day. I always feel that there is a conspiracy. He is not doing it on purpose, someone speculated. I think so. In short, no one believes that Chen Yuan will not retaliate. They firmly believe that Chen Yuan will retaliate. Now he does not retaliate just to play a big game. Those who did not succeed in escaping began to envy those who succeeded in escaping. Why are they not smarter? Why don't they run away? Those who want to run away are all relatively poor and have no foundation. They can easily take away what belongs to them. But those who did not run away did not want to run away. The main reason is that they have too much supplies and they will not leave for a while. They have finally saved up so many supplies. How can they bear to give them up? Sometimes, they would rather die than lose their supplies. These supplies are what they exchanged for their lives. How can their lives be given away just like that? Impossible. However, it was really surprising that Chen Yuan did not make any movement. After Chen Yuan entered the house, he never came out again. It was very strange, really very strange. They all suspected that it was Chen Yuan, and whether someone pretended to be Chen Yuan and deliberately frightened them. After they thought of this, they felt that it was impossible. Who would be so idle? No. So that was really Chen Yuan. But why did Chen Yuan change? Chen Yuan was lying in the basement of his home, touching the bags of food around him, and he felt very satisfied. He now sleeps in the basement, and it is not safe to sleep anywhere else. After being locked up for so long, Chen Yuan's personality has changed a lot. His hobbies have also changed. He now likes to sleep with food in his arms, and he can't sleep without it. He can only sleep in a place full of supplies now, and he doesn't feel safe in other places. He can only sleep well when he touches the supplies in his hands. What's more, there are too many people who want to kill him, and it is not safe for him to sleep up there. He sleeps up there. And he dies while sleeping. This basement is still good, safe, and there are supplies inside. He likes to sleep here. He slept very comfortably and was very satisfied. After he entered the basement, he never went out. He ate, drank, defecated and urinated in the basement. Chen Yuan used to think it was a bit dirty, but after being locked up for so long, he actually felt quite adapted to it. He even liked it a little. Anyway, he has adapted to life in the basement now. It is a bit smelly, but it doesn't matter. He likes it. He really likes it. As for the person who emptied his things, Chen Yuan didn't care whether to retaliate or not. The main thing is that he is used to it. He is used to being locked up and not going out. Habits are really terrible, terrible. The last time he went out was when he came back. Since he came back, he never dared to go out again. He had a strange fear in his heart. He didn't know what he was afraid of. Anyway, he was afraid of being locked up again. He could bear it the first time he was locked up. It was worse than death, but at least he was alive. Now that he is locked up, he will want to die directly. But fortunately, he was a smart person before. He secretly built a basement and filled it with supplies he thought were important. With these supplies, life in the basement is not difficult. He lives in the basement, eats whatever he wants, does whatever he wants, too free. Chen Yuan now eats whenever he is hungry, no longer fussing about when to eat like before. He is really scared of being locked up and hungry. He doesn't want to be hungry anymore. He thinks his life is pretty happy now, except that he can't go out. At least he won't be hungry. It's not like before, hungry, waiting for Lin Jun to remember him, and if he remembers, he will give him some leftovers, and if he doesn't remember, he will continue to be hungry. That kind of life is really horrible. So much so that Chen Yuan now lives a life of eating whenever he is hungry. In a short period of time, he gained weight. Chen Yuan, who was originally hunched over by being locked up, swelled up like an inflated balloon. He gained weight. And his fat is not the kind of real fat. His fat looks a bit empty, like the kind of fat that will burst if poked. But when you pinch it, it feels like fat. Chen Yuan is now like a pig raised in a basement, the kind that he raises himself. The basement is the farm he prepared for himself. He knows that he has become terrible now, and he knows that he should not continue to eat like this. He really eats too much now. He eats almost 10 times more every day than before. He is not the type who can eat without gaining weight. As expected, he is like an inflated balloon, puffing up. He wants to stop, but he can't stop no matter what. He can't control it, he really can't control it. He is hungry, so he must eat. In other words, He must make sure that there is always something to eat in his mouth and in his hands. As long as there is nothing in his mouth, he will panic, and his heart will beat very fast. He will panic. He must eat something in his mouth. He knows that he is not right now. He feels that he is heading in a very bad direction. He wants to stop, but he can't control it. He really can't control it. He can't control himself. He knows in his heart that this is sick and wrong, but he just can't stop. If he doesn't put anything in his mouth, he will feel very uncomfortable. As if ants are crawling all over his body. Chapter 199, Numb Face. Chen Yuan has now become a fat otaku. Except for the lack of internet, he is no different from the fat otaku before the end of the world, or rather, he is worse than a fat otaku. He keeps eating, and gets panicked if he doesn't eat. He is very scared, but he can't do anything. The women who escaped from the Garden of Eden have adapted to life outside, and they bought a lot of things from Su Yin's supermarket. Su Yin feels that it is time to leave. Knowing that the supermarket is going to disappear, these women are very reluctant to leave, and they hurriedly exchange all the crystal cores they have saved during this period for money and buy things. They rarely indulge themselves and buy little snacks. It's really just a little. A bag of spicy strips and a bag of candy. They have to share the spicy strips, half a stick each. In the end, Su Yin couldn't bear it anymore, so she gave them a big gift bag of snacks. They were so moved that their eyes were filled with tears, and they surrounded Su Yin and told her that they were reluctant to leave. Lin Muxue, isn't he going to leave too? Why didn't anyone say that they were reluctant to leave him? Are they reluctant to leave Yin or the supermarket? It must be the supermarket, definitely. It's definitely not that he is not as popular as Yin. Lin Muxue consoled himself sourly. Of course, when they left a small gift for Eden Garden as a farewell. It's okay to leave a small gift even if you can't do more. Just think of it as helping Shen Qinggren. They have been to 2 bases, and Lin Muxue was thinking about going to the 3rd base. He was a little sad about the parting, but when he saw the group of women surrounding Su Yin, he suddenly stopped being sad. He was sad at all. He was sad, but did he deserve it? He didn't deserve it. Humph. It's definitely not that he was sour. Don't you want to go back and see your friends? Su Yin asked them. She thought that they had already been to 2 bases, or they could go back to the sun base for 2 days. Friends? There's no such thing, Lin Muxue said without thinking. Su Yin looked at Qi Yan next to him. Qi Yan, Lin Muxue, Qi Yan is not my friend, he is my brother, right, brother Qi. Qi Yan tilted his head, he didn't want to talk. He was tired. It was easy to get tired after staying with Lin Muxue for a long time. It's fine with me. Go wherever you want, Qi Yan said. Then, let's go to the next one. Although Su Yin had a few friends in this world, she didn't miss them very much. In this world, she was not willing to give away her overly deep feelings. People here died too easily. If the feelings were too deep, she would be very sad when the person died. Affecting appetite. Thinking of this, Su Yin felt that she seemed a little cold-hearted. How could someone have such an idea? Not good. Tried to change it. Unsuccessful. Su Yin and Lin Muxue carefully selected this next base. There was even an argument. In the end, Su Yin won. What a joke. After all, she was the owner of the supermarket. Even if she lost, she could go wherever she wanted. She could cheat. Lin Muxue didn't react until Su Yin moved the supermarket. He was arguing for nothing. Whether he won or lost, the result would be the same. He was really stupid, really. Woohoo. The most outrageous thing is that he really lost. Too much? It must be because he hasn't quarreled with anyone recently. So he is not good at fighting. He needs to practice more. And the base that Su Yin chose this time is indeed very suitable for him to practice. Su Yin chose a very chaotic base. The 2 bases they went to before, Apple Base, needless to say, have no worries about food and drink. After satisfying their food and drink, most people will pay attention to their words and deeds and dress. They are all clean and tidy. Sweetheart Base, although it is rotten inside, it is beautiful outside. Although the clothes worn by most people in the base look like they haven't been washed for a long time, at a glance, they are barely clean. And the base they went to was dirty and messy, and the people inside were like zombies. They wanted to sneak in, but found it difficult to do so. They couldn't imitate their smell. Lin Muxue thought, why not buy their tattered clothes, and then wear them to mix in? But these clothes are really dirty, the kind that he would find dirty even if he polished his shoes. He thought it was dirty, not to mention Yin, a girl. And Qian was a clean freak. This base was called Hope Base. But they didn't look hopeful. There were many zombies wandering around this base. This was the base with the most zombies outside the base they had seen. The Sun base where they stayed before would send people out to clean up the zombies, and it kept expanding outward, cleaning up batches of zombies. Plus Su Yinhe opened a supermarket. That was even more incredible. There was not a single zombie nearby. There was a special apple tree at the apple base, and no zombies came near it. The Sweetheart base would also organize people to clean up the zombies. Although there were zombies outside the base, there were not many. Those women knew that the crystal cores in the zombies' brains could be exchanged for money and could be spent in the supermarket, so they almost killed all the zombies. They even had to go to farther places to find zombies. But this Hope base was incredible. When they first came, they found that there were many zombies wandering around this Hope base. And the walls of this Hope base were also low and broken. But even so, there are still people coming in and out of the Hope base every day. Most of them are ordinary people. In the morning, they walked out of the base with numb faces, and struggled to hide from the zombies outside the base. When it was almost dark, some of them had more things in their hands, with a bit of joy on their faces, and their movements to hide from the zombies were much lighter. Some of them had nothing in their hands. Their expressions were even more numb than when they came out in the morning, and they slowly avoided the zombies when they saw them. Then there were a few more slow zombies. Lin Muxue was shocked. Why are there so many ordinary people in this Hope base? Why can't he see any superpowers leaving the base? There are only one or two, and their superpowers are not very high. When they go in and out, they don't need to queue up, they just cut in directly. And the people who were cut in line didn't say anything, just silently stepped back, still with a numb face. It seems that they don't care whether anyone cuts in line or not. There won't be only two superpowers in their base, Lin Muxue frowned and thought. They haven't mixed in yet. The main reason is that they don't want to wear those tattered clothes, and they don't want to get dirty. They have to be proud. Although he didn't go in, Lin Muxue would go to see him every day. He was so big, it was actually quite obvious. Although he thought he was hiding very secretly, he was discovered several times. But the people who discovered him just glanced at him lightly, and then continued to lower their heads with a numb expression. Chapter 200, Smell. As if he didn't exist. Lin Muxue was even more shocked. Then he deliberately stepped forward to block the way, but the person he blocked took the initiative to avoid him and continued to walk with a numb face. Lin Muxue, so strange. This successfully aroused Lin Muxue's interest. He was originally very curious. After seeing this, he became interested in it. If he was alone, it would be convenient to go in. Although he was also disgusted, he was really curious. He could still accept the dirty clothes after a little patience. He took the things, exchanged his dirty clothes with others, and then mixed in. The people who checked the Hope base were also very casual. After looking at him twice, they let him in. Lin Muxue, so casual? After Lin Muxue went in, he found that this Hope base seemed to have a lot of people, many ordinary people. The closer to the center of the Hope base, the better the conditions. And the outer periphery, close to the city wall is very broken, and there is a risk of zombies rushing in at any time, and it is full of a bunch of ordinary people. They are crowded together, and many people live in a very small space. The air was filled with a sour and smelly smell. Lin Muxue had only been in there for a while when he felt that he was pickled. He didn't dare to have this kind of pickled taste. If he really had this kind of smell, Qian would definitely dislike him and kick him away. In order not to be kicked away, Lin Muxue only stayed for a while, took a general look, and then went out. He didn't even have time to go to the center of the Hope base. Even though the time was very short and he didn't wear the dirty clothes for a long time, Lin Muxue still had a strange smell on his body. Qian frowned and looked at him unkindly when he smelled it. Lin Muxue shivered and shrank towards Su Yinhe. Yin, help. I rely on you. He must not be kicked out. There are still a lot of zombies outside. Although he thinks he is very powerful and zombies can't do anything to him, if he is kicked out like this, he may not have time to react, and it will be miserable if he is bitten by zombies. Su Yinhe's nose was not as sharp as Qian's. She didn't smell anything. However, Su Yinhe was surprised that Lin Muxue managed to sneak in. You just got in wearing that kind of clothes? Yes, Lin Muren nodded. Su Yin's expression changed. It's hard for you. Tell me what it's like inside. Lin Muren didn't know how to describe the scene he saw. A lot of people people crowded together, like sardines in a can. Su Yin, she didn't quite understand. Su Yin didn't understand what she had never seen before. The people in the end of the world were different from the people she understood. So when she heard Lin Muren say that, she didn't take it to heart, just thinking that this whole base was quite big and there were a lot of people. It wasn't until she really sneaked in and saw the crowded scene that she finally understood what Lin Muren meant by the crowds. There were really a lot of people. Su Yin was stunned. She and Qian used some slightly abnormal means to get in, and their clothes were still clean. They were their own clothes. Lin Muren didn't want to waste the clothes he changed last time, so he put them on again, and a stinky smell came out of his body. Qian's face turned black and he stayed away from him. Su Yin, who had a bad nose, smelled the smell on his body and her expression was not right, but she was a polite person. She endured the discomfort and continued to stand beside Lin Muren. Listen to Lin Muren's words. After listening, she said very tactfully. Sometimes, it can be wasted, however, I don't know if it was too tactful. Lin Muren didn't hear the implication of her words. That's not right, how can it be wasted? Nothing can be wasted, he said very seriously. Su Yin, you said it. You pretend I didn't say it. After Su Yin finished speaking, she exhaled the breath she was holding and took another breath. A sour and stinky smell suddenly entered her nostrils. It almost sent her away directly. Su Yin's face turned green. This is not the most terrifying thing. If it was only Lin Muren, it would be okay, but this smell is in the whole base. The whole base is filled with a smell, and the air is filled with a smell. It's just that the smell next to Lin Muren is a little stronger. Yin, you'll get used to it after staying here for a long time. She also felt unbearable at first, but she got used to it after smelling it for a while. Now she can't smell it anymore. Su Yin, thank you, I don't want to get used to it. Su Yin was very resistant. The one who resisted more than her was Qian. Qian didn't know when he put on a mask and gave one to Su Yin. After Su Yin took it, she also put it on. But the mask didn't seem to be very useful. Qian took out a gas mask. Shit. This is too much? Brother Qi, calm down. How can we keep a low profile when you are wearing a gas mask? Don't you think it's too obvious? Let's go. I can't stay here anymore, Qian said angrily. Su Yin nodded, which was exactly what he meant. Hey. It's so hard to get in, why are you leaving again? He continued to wear this clothes because he was disgusted. He just came in, and they are leaving again? Isn't this a waste? No way. 1 on 2, Lin Muren had to do it no matter what. They just came in and went out again. After returning to the supermarket, Qian, wearing a protective suit, stripped Lin Muren's clothes and burned them. He threw Lin Muren into the bathtub, poured half a bottle of shower gel, and picked up the brush. When Lin Muren finally came out, his whole body was red. He was in a trance. He was almost brushed to death by Qian. Lin Muren, who was almost brushed to death, took a long time to react. His clothes, the clothes he changed, were ruthlessly burned by Qian. Fuck. His clothes. Qian, this bastard. Not only did he brush him, but he also burned his clothes. Is there any justice? Is there any law? Can you control it? Yin, you just watched him burn my clothes. I only wore the clothes I exchanged for food twice. I didn't just watch, I handed over the lighter, Su Yin said expressionlessly. She actually let such dirty and smelly clothes enter the supermarket. It was her fault and her sin. Su Yin expressed his remorse. Lin Muren, fuck. Yin, how did you become like this? You must have learned bad things from Qian. It must be. Lin Muren was heartbroken. If you dare to buy this kind of clothes again, I will personally brush you with a steel wire brush. Su Yin looked at him and continued. This is not good. Lin Muren covered her chest shyly. Yin was too careless. She was a girl, why did she want to give him a bath? Wait, what steel wire brush? End of this chapter. Thank you very much for reaching the end. Don't forget to like. Looking for more exclusive content and immediate access? Subscribe to our Patreon. Remember, every like, subscription, or donation encourages us to continue. Thanks to everyone, see you in the next video.